spot an odd-looking water tower. At first glance, it looks to be in the shape of a teapot, but after a little investigating, I learned it was actually a coffee pot.
And the reason why for a coffee pot is because Swedes drink a lot of coffee.
Below the coffee pot-shaped water tower is the little town of Kingsburg, a festive community known as Little Sweden.
We're at the festival.
Well, we are real Swedes.
The whole community is delightfully friendly and eager to share their customs and culture.
Our high school yell here was Colonq skill, Ville of Ollaville, Kingsburg High School, Harvey Till, Vem are de Vista, Vi are de Vista, ja!
Come at the beginning of May, and you can experience the Kingsburg Swedish Festival and Smorgasboard.
A smorgasbord is where you go and pick the different foods that you want.
Buffet.
A Swedish buffet.
A Swedish buffet.
You may recognize the Swedish meatballs, but let me introduce you to some of the other Swedish flavors, like the hardtack bread, the cucumber salad, the sweet beans, and the potato sausage.
It's not spicy.
It's very bland.
Yes.
Very, very bland.
Gotcha.
Kingsburg was established in 1870 after the railroad was built in Fresno County. The Swedish immigrants showed up around 1886 after a Swede by the name of Andrew Eriksson discovered the fertile soil.
We call him the Pathfinder, and he was the one, and he was mayor for a very long time.
Former Kingsburg mayor herself, Michelle Roman, says once the word got out about the farming opportunities, multiple Swedish families came to Kingsburg to grow wheat, grain, and now raisin grapes.
Back in 1921, I think, when they did the census, we were 94% Swedish.
Swedish influence in the town is so strong that all the buildings, the shops, and even the street art gained a Scandinavian look.
These are dollar horses. This is our largest. His name is Sven.
Along with the Swedish architecture also came Scandinavian folklore, which includes gnomes. Walk into the downtown gift shop and you'll find gnome-themed art, gnome-themed books, and of course, gnome statues.
These guys may be lurking around in the alleys. You got to keep an eye out.
Oh, maybe. I hear that they're guarding gardens pretty well.
Good luck finding any of those gnomes. It's a town secret that everyone, including the Swiss Guard, rarely talks about.
No? Okay.
Authentic dance and music is a big part of Kingsburg's culture, and the Swedish festival Queen's job is to demonstrate and explain the traditional dance steps.
What are they? Are they telling a story?
Some of them are happy, some of them are flirty, some of them very interesting.
Hey!
I told festival queen Emily Parker I wasn't the greatest dancer, so she taught me something easy, or so I thought.
I feel like I'm gonna smack you in the face. Oh, we're twisting now. Oh, God.
If dancing's not your thing, I suggest exploring the Kingsburg Museum. I will admit that some of the mannequin displays are a bit creepy, but the history is great, and you'll learn about some of the famous Kingsburg residents, like Western TV star Slim Pickens and Olympian Rafer Johnson.
I've been in movies and other things too, and he even helped start the, I believe it's the Special Olympics.
It may not be the real Sweden, but after experiencing the music, the dance, the food, and most of all, the people, I assure you, you won't be disappointed by Kingsburg's Scandinavian charm.
From the little Swedish town, Kingsburg, I'm John Bartell. Hope to see you on the back roads.
Drive down Highway 99 in the Central Valley and you may spot an odd-looking water tower. At first glance, it looks to be in the shape of a teapot, but after a little investigating, I learned it was actually a coffee pot.
And the reason why for a coffee pot is because Swedes drink a lot of coffee.
Below the coffee pot-shaped water tower is the little town of Kingsburg, a festive community known as Little Sweden.
Hang on. Fuck.
Well, we are
Sorry, I had to go run around.
Is
Oh
delightfully
my
friendly
god.
and eager
We got
to
a
share
fun
their
1
customs and
second.
culture.
Turn it down. Turn Kings. I'm sorry, Kingsburg. Professional streamer. I'm flying solo today, Agpen. I'm sorry to say. I mean, I normally have the benefit of a robust support staff, but today, unfortunately, I'm flying solo, so I don't know how to do this anymore. I can't do it solo. I can't, it's challenging. Anyway, hello, computer. Hey, computer. Hey, with a J. Yeah. Yeah, we're Swedish. Well, anyway, that's the theme today is it's Smorgasboard. It's Smorgasboard today. Hello everybody. It's I woke up, it's one of those days where I woke up this morning, or I woke up yesterday morning and the day before that morning, and I was like, damn, can I have two options here, computer. I can either come up with another, like, some sort of insane theme that we can base the whole day off of, or we can actually, like, do a bunch of the stuff that we can address some of the current open threads. We can apply some pressure to the current open cracks in the wall. And I was like, why not just do both of those things? So that's what we're sampling from the board today. From the board. And welcome in also. Happy fucking Friday, everyone. Hello, greetings. I'm in a bit of a fey mood today, I would say. I don't really know what that means, but I'm feeling that very strongly. I'm in a fey mood. But you've known me for this before. You've long known me for this, computer. So this is the way of it. I don't know how it's spelled either. It's, yeah. Do you know about the Swedish fermented herring? Is this true? I wouldn't put it past them, basically, Tomato. I don't know if I know about it concretely, but in the abstract, I think I know about it. Can I say hello to everybody? Who all is here? Oh, yes, Sir Stroming. Yes, we have that it's in the tweet. It's in the tweet, even. The secret tweet image. You know the one. Hello, one and all, though. Can we, who all is here? Let's see. Welcome in, Jen Dude. Very early gang, the up early squad. Welcome in, Kirem. Hello, Niche Penguin. Welcome back. It's so great to see you. Hello, Octo Rinsky. Welcome in, Kirsch. Welcome in, Azriga. What is in the corner? In the corner of the screen? Well, in the top left corner, there is abc10.com and also starting soon. In the top right corner, there is Remix XXX. In the bottom right corner, there is crisp bread. There is crisp bread sandwich thing with the and spinning character, and in the bottom right corner there is snm.org. That's kind of the arrangement, I would say. But anyway, welcome Venerok. Hello Tayumisi. Hello Doses. Hello, welcome in Tomater. Welcome in Control_O. Welcome in Alient2. Hello LCOLONQ. Hello ProdZPod parentheses style. I'm just reading Prod's first message because it scrolled off the screen. You know how we do it this time. And welcome also Ron Moo and Attention Span and Tayumisi. And thank you for the lurking Yoshi living up to your name. Hello Mudane. Welcome in 715209. Hello Steeled Shield. Hello Beaksy. Welcome Prowl Cars. Welcome 1990X. Hello Devs DE. Hello FN_Lumi. Welcome Octo Rinsky, the one, the only. Welcome. Thank you for the resub, the tier 2 res. Thank you, Devs DE. That's very kind of you. That's I appreciate that. Hello Blazy Knights. Hello Blazy Knights. Hello Cephon_Alternia. Hello Azriel IO. Hello who else all is here? Oh, it's the bad fish. Yes. Hello, Ag Pen. Welcome in TF_Tokyo. Welcome, Crazy Kitty. Form of numbers. We've created well, anyway. Hello, thank you for the 1 year Liquid Cake 1, a half open octave worth of months. I really appreciate that, and it's glad to have you. It's great to have you at Liquid Cake 1. I hope your trip went well. Hello, Crane_0001. Thank you for the resub as well, friend. Welcome. Sky is fine. Thank you also for the resub. Welcome. FN_Lumi. Welcome in. Tayumisi, welcome in Memory Datas, welcome in Must_Broke_. Hello Niche Penguin again, welcome, it's great to have you. Welcome in we're still scrolling. My brother went to a college in Kansas that was aggressively Swedish themed. Yeah, you can collect. We count up, welcomes. It's a rare currency here. Hello Caramel Nuke, welcome. Who else? Are we getting there? Ascento, thank you for 13 months. Oh no. Oh yes. Hi. Thank you very much, friend. Hello Musha 68k. Hello Sampy 159. Welcome in YYYY repeated Johan. Thank you for thrice welcome. Yeah. Hello Shark Dad. Welcome. Welcome in Psychic _ refugee and Crespian C and Tima Dis and 3Cough. Welcome in and thank you for the Prime sub, friend. Welcome in attention span double, maybe potentially triple, potentially quadruple. How is it a sandwich if it doesn't follow? They do it differently in Sweden. I don't know what to tell you. They do things a little bit differently up there. They do things, yeah. Hello Zulfix _ hello Magno Marai, hello No Good Nick _ thank you for 7 months, friend. Hello hello Exor Xavier, hello Keo ______ greetings. Hello who else is here? We're scrolling. I think we've arrived. Have we arrived now then? Are we arrival? Thank you. Hello, Kotaru Complex. Also, greetings. Hello, one and all. Thank you. I like saying hello for the long. People. Some would say that this is a little. It's not too much. It's good to say. It's good to say this, one and all. It doesn't work at the beginning. It works for me only. I can hear it myself, but you can't hear it, alas. I don't have desktop audio playing at the beginning. I probably should be. I guess I could just do that. Season 2 of competitive is live today. Is this true? Hello, Partly Atomic. Also, I'm gonna do the first 10 games of the season now of Tetris. Tetra.io. Can we move? Can we move to the thing? We gotta move to the thing. Hello, Troop and Panda as well. Hello, only stream every day of the week. Yeah, just only every other day. We go live once every other day on like Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, just to say hello and then end the stream. That's the entire stream. We just say hello for 10 minutes and then end the stream. That's really good. Thank you for Twitch feature. Also, appreciate that. Hello, greetings. The meetings of the Biaz. Yes, it's something like this. Hello, computer. I hope you're all doing well today. Hello, Wind Up Boy Fade as well. It's Friday yet again. Friday has come around. How was your week, Colonq? It's been pretty good so far, I would say. Attention span. It's as good as they come. Things have been going along pretty nicely. I have something to show you today, computer. I have something kind of nice. You know how I usually Alkaline VT, not today, not sleeping. Welcome in. It's great to have you. Remember, okay, we have to go back to the past for one moment. We're back in on Tuesday. And remember on Tuesday we were writing some Factor, right? And we were fighting with Factor quite a lot because Factor has some idiosyncrasies. Sifon actually warned us about those things at the start of the stream, and then we immediately ran directly into the brick wall of the things that Sifon was warning us about regarding actually making Factor produce a binary. But at the end, we did manage to put Factor on the server. But at the time, it was only serving Hello World. It was only serving up Hello World. I would ask that I normally say when we don't really quite finish a project, I say, well, I'll finish this on the off days. I'll finish this tomorrow. I'll finish this the next day. And we all, let's be honest with ourselves here, computer. We all know how that usually goes. We all, just between you and me, just between the two of us, we all know how that usually goes. Usually there's better things to do, right? We find more interesting things. We let it pause the stream for the minute. I got to get an orange. Okay, we have orange now. Thank you, Time EC. We're back with orange. Welcome in Jake Creates Stuff. Thank you for 13 months. Thank you for clarity. I believe that I saw the world as it truly was. Something like this. Jake Creates Stuff needs Linux help. Wait, is this true? Is this true? That's 10% of a whole clone. Yes, it's so expensive actually. But I mean it's a pretty, you know, it's quite an effect. Hello A squared 314159265 something like this. He updated Linux and now shit won't work. Is this true? Do we have? Is this the case? Hello Prowl Cars Double. Hello Boot Knife and also Darth Chaos 15. Thank you for boosts, friends. And Retro Maximus Plays. Welcome. Jake, if you're actually having problems, let me know, and we can do 9 hours of Linux debugging. We can do 9 hours of trying to. Well, I really mean this though. So you might recall we bought this domain gcp3.net. There's gcp3.net now, and you might notice that we now have gcp3.net. You can actually go to gcp3.net. It's kind of an inspired design, I would say. It's the link is here, and this is going to inform you as to the current state of consciousness of collective projectile or something. This is really going to boost your performance a whole lot here. Only more 5 colors to go. Welcome back, Zulfix. Congrats on the orange. This is in fact all served from Factor, Liquid Cake 1, including Hello Pixel Sorted, also welcome in. Yes, also, I don't know if you noticed, I don't think anyone noticed since last time, but Oomphy command now does something different too. Oomphy. It has a sound effect. It's well, anyway. So what the fuck? Yes, it's Prod saying oomphy from that one clip. Yes. So it's like they've never seen a tomato that can type before. So true, tomato. So true. We have this now. You might notice that the image in the middle, it changes every time. It's every time change. It's every time. It actually changes every time it gets loaded right now. Hello tomato, thank you for 9 months also. Hi A squared. Hello A squared. Thank you so much, friend. I really appreciate it. The Mr. Rainbow, yes. So what it does is I actually implemented the thing. The network is unstable as hell. What the fuck? Yo, is this true? I'm so sorry, Tiny C. It changes every time you load the page, and I'm doing it in place right. Anyway, the way the state is managed right now is a little bit silly. Hello, Jivan Yatra. Thank you for the lurk. But I'm hue shifting the thing, right? I'm hue shifting the like. I have a thing now that loads the image. And that's also the reason why there's no transparency, because I'm serving these things up as just like RGB Windows bitmaps, because that's like the convenient thing I can output from Factor that the library. I couldn't find I found a PNG decoder, but I couldn't find the corresponding encoder. So we have a anyway, it doesn't matter. But I'm just loading these images. I'm converting to HSV, and then I'm hue shifting, right? So we can shift hue style for Mr. Green. This is really the demo of this thing. We're making the receiving API for this today. Perhaps, I don't know. Well, today is sort of a, you know, it's a what did Hugh ever do to you? I mean, that's sort of between me and Hugh, wouldn't you say? Partly Atomic. That's between me and the confessional booth. I don't know. It's between me and the law. Reverse engineering a decoder when, I mean, we could just write a P. I'm sure. Okay, again, another one of those things to say. I'm sure it's not too horrible to write a PNG encoder, right? It's not too bad. Hello, Dehi, not from Finland. Welcome in, and thank you for the stream earlier, Dehi. I finally caught one live again, and I did happen to notice that you do have the Finnish tag on, and your accent very much does not sound French. It does not sound French. I'm pretty sure actually that you are in fact from Finland. You might be from Sweden, perhaps. What are you saying? Can we shout out Dehi also? Is this the I'm profiling? I'm racially profiling. Anyway, we got to stop this. And Wind Up Boy asked, did you successfully implement this in Factor? Is this real? It is real. Let me actually make sure we have the code. I think I wrote it on my other machine, and then I should probably make sure it's getting, as they say, git pushed. But it probably is already, because that's how we deploy it. Yeah. So we can probably grab the code for this thing. Can we go into GCP3? The nvarc is blocked to get factor. Can we nvarc allow? Does this run for 100 years? How did you get factor to work? Well, Cfon, very, very poorly, because as you pointed out, the if we can we go into GCP3? Can we go into GCP3? We gotta git pull this shit here. As you pointed out, Factor really wants to build binaries in its own source tree, right? It really is a pain in the ass to make it do other things. And we could not actually, since the source tree is immutable, it's on a read-only file system in NixOS, we were not actually able to build a binary conveniently. I'm sure we could, certainly. We could check out Factor separate. We could grab Factor separately and just not use the Nix version and then build it. But that kind of sucks, and I also wanted to deploy with Nix conveniently, and I didn't want to deal with all the packaging overhead for that. So what we're doing instead is we're just shipping the whole ass Factor interpreter plus source code. We're actually shipping this like we would ship Python. I just root usered the files in the code tree. Hello, thank you LCOLONQ for the follow as well. As someone about to install Nix for the first time, any pointers? It's been 5 to 6 years. I think it's probably, I would just go ahead, saddles blazing or something, Yvonne Yatra. I think it really isn't that much trickier than if you're used to Linux, it won't be any trickier than you're used to, I would say, right? It's I mean, the documentation is kind of bad, right? But like you'll get used to it, I think. Hello Hick Fool also. Yeah, anyway, we have some amount of Factor code now. Thank you outs __ for the follow too. Hey, wait a second. Hello outs. It's great to see you. And thank you. Better than Gentoo was. Yeah, it's way easier to install than Gentoo. Thank you for the streak also. So we now have Mr. MRT. This is the Mr. Twister. This is the Mr. Twister. And this just what are the upsides and downsides of how you are doing this? Well, the downsides shows me it's not following you. It's been a while. Got to resubscribe and all. Yeah, I think welcome back, outs. Of course, outs one of the longest. One of the early clonkers. I think Twitch just does this sometimes, outs. They just like randomly unfollow people. They just like it's a thing that does happen. It goes that way. Anyway, we have HSV to RGB, cheap, free non-floating point conversion using the one Stack Overflow post that I always grab. Right, the one Stack Overflow RGB to HSV. The one post, you know the one. If you've done, you know the one already. You already know the one. Hello Jay creates stuff also. You know not this one. This one. The code without floats, less accurate, from user Leszek Zari, edited by Andrew Morton. I've probably translated this code into 5 different things. Hello Majad. You know, I'm not ashamed to even say it, right? I have this in my base file everywhere. Yeah, it's convenient thing to have. Anyway, so we just grab that and we just have a little thing that maps that over the thing, and we can do a hue shift, right? Like I think the thing we're doing in the server is just the thing we're doing in the server now is just, hey, add 35 modulo, 1 byte every time. How is it shifting when it's just this? What do you mean by this? It's just this every, because the thing is that I didn't even expect the first. This is actually mutating we are actually mutating the global Mr. Green. It remembers every refresh. So every time anyone loads the page, it's shifting by 35 and then serving. And also the favicon is that image. So it's entirely global image state that gets changed by everybody, which is not ideal. Hello Nigel Withrow also, and thank you for the resub outs. It's not showing another classic Twitch brokenness feature, but it's great to have you outs. It's thank you so much, friend. Anyway, and Crazy Kitty non-numbers, welcome in too. So this. I have a whole book on Smorgasboard. Guess how many I've prepared? I bet the funny number is 0, but maybe the intriguing number would be 1 or more. Is it 0 or is it 1 or more? Watchmaker, and welcome in. Great to have you. Is the color legend placeholder or true? The color legend is placeholder for now. It may remain that way because it's funny, but like I don't know as far as the actual movements of the characters. We'll have to see how it evolves. Rubbish color legend. I tried to gift a sub to Aughts and Twitch said currently not possible. Peggy X loading. Yes, I think it's the Twitch thing where Twitch doesn't give you the alert for like an hour. It gives you the API alert early, but it doesn't show you on the page. Well, anyway, what's up, Slime? Hello, Osher0_. Great to have you. What is the actual deal today? What's the deal? Well, the objective, as always, is simple, right? The objective is to glean whatever tiny kernel of enjoyment still exists upon the blasted earth, right? It's to go on the computer a little bit and have a good time, right? That's our objective now and forever. Hello, Chixie9901. Wait, no, we're not missing Chixie. Hello, thank you for the 25 stream streak. Also, we are streaking out here. Hello, LG. Also. The objective, are you winning? Well, we're gonna have to see. It's gonna unfold over time. Lord Cynic 3. Type systems for the win. No joke. They're like the backbone of code correctness. So true. Hello, Null Igor. Also, remember how the Twitch story crashed my browser on Tuesday? I tried again yesterday and it crashed again. Fuck. I actually meant to do a story yesterday too. I like posting those occasionally just to engage with Twitch feature. It's good. It's good to have. Anyway, what's the goal? Hello, Falcon Akira too. I'm anti-types now. What spawned this? They're basically fake anyway. I mean, they're fake in the sense that they don't exist at runtime, right? Certainly. I don't know, you know, I don't know what is real. I think I'm broadly, why not just make up your own types in your head, because your head is unreliable. The entire point is to make it so you have, it's to provide the bumper cards. Yours is not. You have perfect head. This is actually crazy. Types are prophecy, greater than non-static. I don't know. I mean, I've obviously been a types guy in the past. When you get to my age, you're lucky if you remember the type from the last line. Perfect sphere. Yeah, you're a platonic solid. So what is the deal? What is the deal? Well, you'll look at my Pubnix page. Wait, we have a new page from Tension. There's a new type of page on there. Let's see this. This better not have porno on it. This better not be porn. I trust you, attention span, so I'm gonna click it implicitly. It's all safe for work. Okay, we're clicking. Thank you. Okay, that's good. I knew it wouldn't have this. Species pun, sex checkmark, strongly typed manifest nominal, status currently uncloned, just visiting, likes top, dislikes bottom, core beliefs. I see. Is this good? Is this good? If you were why there is soft in the word software, I assume just as an opposite of hardware, and I assume hardware is an older kind of word. Wouldn't LSP remember types for you? Hello, chaotic. I mean, the language should, really. Finland prevails. Is this Hans Asperger edited into the painting the reply of the word that starts with Z, Cossacks? Is this what this image is? That's pretty good, I guess. Are we video yet? We have a video.html. Is this Grimmy?
Now, hi Colonq, get ready.
This is Grimmy saying hi Colonq, get ready, and then using the Aztec death whistle. I see. Very good, very good video. I see. This is a good website. Thank you. Thank you for the good website. This is actually excellent. And do we have previous? We have not. Great holes secretly are digged where Earth's pores ought to suffice, and things have learned to walk which ought to crawl. This is true. Just go Aztec mode. There's one more link, but it's red. There's red link. There's currently your page. I mean, are you in the ring yet? Are you considered a ring bearer? Hello, Mr. Cha 9999. Have you seen the game Inca? There's a game Inca We've been investigating some gaming lately. I know Prod was asking if I was playing MMOs. I have been playing MMOs, unfortunately. Although I think it might be time to be over soon. I just want to finish my the WoW guild. The WoW guild has now entirely disintegrated into nothing. It has collapsed into non-functional state. So I have to figure out. I want to at least see all of the stuff that is in WoW, but I have to find out how the fuck we're going to see this stuff. Have you played MMA? Do you mean mixed martial arts? Otro0_? Hello, Questy Kalate. My man took the bank money and left. I'm looting the guild bank. No, I wish. God, I wish. I need to buy fucking Arcanite bars. Hello everyone. Zamiel Payne style also. Click that link. It's so good. This is a good page though. Thank you very much for your contribution. If you ever become a ring bearer, just make sure to have links to the previous and next pages. You can have your own section. You can, Dehi. It's called the Pubnix. You can actually have a whole ass account. You can have a whole account. What's this link? Inca sound on youtube.com Inca 110. Oh shit. Okay, we gotta get that on here. We gotta get that up. Can we YouTube Factorio video? Where's Inca? Where's Inca? Oh, it's U2. It's the shortened link form. It's shortened link form. Let's see this thing. Let's see this thing now. Hello, Angry Maid. Also, we're looking at Inca. Can we see? From Sierra, we have Sierra Inca. How have you been these hard days? Pretty good, honestly. The spaceships are pan flutes. And then there's boats. Gonna lurk here, have fun. Thank you, Angry Mate. I really appreciate that. They fight Space Spain. This is something. This is something for sure. Recently played the iconic I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. I see. Hello, thank you, Olga Okami, for the shout out as well. We keep on flying into the night. Yes, it's true. I watched someone play the I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream game, and my impression was I had read the short story, long ago when I was younger, and my impression was that I think the game is much better than the story. Who is that? Is that Harlan Ellison? I think is this I Have a Mouth and Ice Cream? Yes, this is ideal. Honestly, I'm kind of thinking they should do that instead. Perhaps I think the game was a lot better. One of those rare cases where the adaptation didn't the author help. Better is kind of a stretch. I don't know. Like I had the impression that the original story was a little bit whack. It was a little bit. I have this impression. Is that correct? Is anyone familiar enough with the thing to? I remember reading it when I was young and thinking like the author was projecting some kind of weird hang up on a lot of. I don't know. There was some kind of it was. I came away with this impression, but I don't remember concretely what it was. But I had some like it kind of like it was like what not in the way of like the text of the story, but there was a little bit of like meta. I don't know. The game also has a dumb video game ending. Yeah. The ambience of the game is very good though. The multiple endings have a bit more depth than the abrupt ending from the short story. Community server is really good. I remember my first Silence is Defeat. Is this true? Hello, Eudemoniac as well. Welcome in. And Chaotic again. Hello. My thoughts are more fleshed out, but there's still a lot of issues in addition to classic deeply stupid puzzle game stuff. Yeah. I imagine. Again, my experience with this is little. Right. This is a half remembered memory of a story from long ago, and then watching an anime person play the game online. Right. So it's like, yeah. How much do I know? Okay, we should establish like what is the plan today. Well, the plan is to fuck around and have a good time. We kind of have these every like I feel like once a month we sort of have these, right? Once a month there's sort of these. It kind of naturally falls into this cadence where like what does the cycle look like? Can we draw for a second? What does it start to look like? Factor has official raylib bindings, and I believe raylib has export image and export image to memory. Okay, that would actually probably do us pretty fucking good. What is the net reason for Mr. Green changing his hue? Well, wind up boy. We're trying to emulate the GCP dot page, right? You know the page. You might notice that the page is very similar to this. Right? We're missing graph still, and also convenient embed link. But it's like this. What app is this, COLONQ? This is Sprite, the one I was just opening, and this one is Global Consciousness Project dot. It's this one. The it's like this, right? It's supposed to indicate something. I think what we're going to do with the colors for the dot, wind up boy, is we're going to gather things from various different people. Like we're gonna have a thing where people can submit basically like have links. We'll be auditing the planet on Mars. Yes, don't tell Elrond something. I don't know. Is Scientology still like culturally powerful? Like can they send assassins after me or something? Is that still like a thing that is relevant as a cultural force? Can they put me onto the boat? Is this, yeah, we're back in LCL mode also, Stoic Mana. The hello Stoic Mana also, if you're just arriving. I don't remember because I'm bad. Added the Mr. Status to the cyberspace report. Thank you, Fabius. Always has been. I think so. They send lawyer. Okay, we won't talk about Scientology at all. I have integrity, but only up to a point, computer. Only up to a certain extent we have any integrity. They can no longer send John Travolta to kill you. Oh my god. After South Park, I see. Thank you for your mercantile nature, LCOLONQ. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate the understanding. So what's this all about? I feel like we sort of have like where is the fire? Where is the fireplace? It's kind of like the situation is sort of like this, right? Are we not? We're pretty mercenary, I would say. We tend to keep it pretty mercenary, right? This is the fire. I don't think there's a limit on integrity. It's the inability to turn the survival function off. It's there by design. Perhaps. This is the fire. Some analog horror stuff on the pub. Yeah, it's true. This is the fire. And we have various irons, right? There's various irons. No one should, but I do, Fabius, deeply so. I'm motivated only by, I don't know, the lust for life. I wouldn't add something like this, right? Only by the lust for the living. This fire is a bush. Hello, static _ anachromatic. So these are the irons, right? We have various irons. They're all in the fire right now, right? These are different components of the thing, right? The like this is oob, perhaps. This is I don't know what is this. This is the completion system, Othonoi. This is play Lady Vignettes game on stream. This is bad apple C compiler gizmo. This is I don't know what this is. What else are we even fucking doing? You can see them, right? You can visualize this internally. Only support static HTML. No, in fact, you have full access to do really anything you want as long as it's within the resource constraints of the server. We have CGI set up already, so you can pretty easily put any executable in your home directory and spit out some HTTP responses and have the thing work. You got an eclectic mix going on. Pluck an iron from the blaze, shape it into a plowshare today. What is GCP3? Well, it's the Green Collective Projectile 3rd edition, Troop and Ponda. It's kind of our little parody of the GCP dot. I don't know. It's in progress. You can check it out at gcp3.net, which is here. Literally me, bro, pointing to a bonfire. Yes, you can deploy an asp. Yes, maybe if the asp.net web server will not exhaust your share of memory. Note that the machine only has half a gigabyte of memory. I know basically nothing about how to deploy something to it. It's very easy, Coder Complex. It's literally you just get SSH into the server, right? It's very Yeah, it's just a little VPS that we just give everyone access to. So the problem with this is that the irons are the metaphorical fire here. You see, this is fire, and then this is these are iron, right? The metaphorical fire has too many irons in it, right? There's too much. Yes, you could also ask in the Discord IRC if you have any difficulties. It's very we have a lot of people who are interested in this sort of thing, right? Like it's and there's a lot of there's almost 50 people on the Pubnix, I think, right? There's a lot of people on there. Of course, not all at the same time, but there are many users who have explored with this system, right? There's too much iron in the fire. The iron has become big, right? So we need to do something about this, right? This is the cycle that it proceeds, right? Usually we take the irons out, we finish a couple of them, we throw some away. We need more coal. We need a bigger fire. We need to take these irons out and then metaphorically convert them to little dishes, right? Little sandwiches, little pieces of fish and things, and put them onto a table and then sample from the smorgasbord, right? Just to make some progress, to chip away at them. I think in the town of Agua Fria, you could perhaps create Mr. Cybermen in all colors if you randomly generate a solid color circle PNG and then overlay it with a colorless Mr. PNG. That'll be even more precise measuring of the global state. Perhaps. Iron to meat, yes, it's iron to flesh transformation, Diablo 2, something like this. It's anyway, so I just want to do a bunch of shit today. I have a bunch of things that are maybe interesting, and also things people have contacted me about today, and also just talk a bunch and say hello, because I feel like I've been going a little too hard, if anything. Some might not think so. Hello, maybe not too hard. Maybe too hard is the wrong thing. I've been very much starting streams and locking hard, right? I've been booting up the computer. I wake up in the morning, I'm turning on the machine, and I'm okay, let's talk. Really is this true? I mean, LG is am I being is this judgment being passed upon me? I feel like we've been going kind of hard recently, right? I don't know. I feel like we're kind of going crazy style. Speaking of things to do, as I mentioned when I stopped by, you didn't see, mid-August is a good time for the release of the January. Fabius, you have a relentless nature, and one day it will pay off. I hope one day it will come off. For off-stream programming shenanigans, yes, largely Prelcars, but it's kind of a mix. I'll use the stream machine sometimes too. I use the same potato to both stream and code. That's sometimes the case. False LG, but I just think we've been locked in. We've been locked in relatively. We've been starting up the broadcast, then being let's immediately stare at Factor and say Let's immediately stare at Factor and say for 15 to 25 minutes at a time. We're do we know where that emoticon comes from? Where is code? Open the buffer. Okay, fine. I don't even know where we're going today. Also, I kind of want to go a little bit into the dungeons. Is it finally funny Wasm font day? Okay, we gotta talk about that too. The thing that LG is referencing is a long awaited thing that I think the LG brought up many months ago. This where is it? Harfbuzz Wasm font shaping. And we have a repo somewhere for this, right? There's isn't that in the Abyss? Yes, perhaps. So the concept here is Harfbuzz is a font rendering library, right? That's what you know it. You definitely have it installed, right? It's a text shaping engine, right? It determines where the text, you know, if you have the text. I think it's actually like I don't actually know all the details of Harfbuzz. Does Harfbuzz actually handle like the rasterization of the thing? Right? Like, does Harfbuzz take a font and some text and actually produce some, or I never know what all the components are. Like, there's like free type too, and like is that free type that does that? Like, what is the actual doing of Harfbuzz? Can we see? You convert a sequence of Unicode input into properly formatted and positioned glyph output. So is this just spacing for the text? What is text shaping? Sure. Do we know? They're just paths. Yeah. Well, this turns it into like a vector format. Yeah. Is that the case, right? This turns it into vector format, and free type turns TTF OTF into glyphs. Does Harfbuzz also do this? Use like sky? Yeah. We've talked about these things, right? The fonts are fucking complicated, right? That's really the takeaway from all of this. It shapes and outputs glyphs, sure. Not rasterizing, and the glyphs are presumably in some kind of vector format that is easier to rasterize. Like if you're already, you can do this with some kind of library conveniently. Hello, a buff seagull also. It's some kind of shape format. Yeah, so Harfbuzz takes the font and the text, and it tells you where the shapes need to go, right? And what shapes need to go where. And then you need to do something to put the shapes in the place. So someone get Don Knuth on the horn. Yeah, we're going computer modern on this bitch. I shouldn't speak so crudely. I don't usually say things like on this. I don't know if I like this. I don't know if I like this new speech pattern I'm developing. I need to. I don't know. We need to bring back the swear jar. TTF free type to glyph Harfbuzz to vector render image basically. I see. Hello banana. Also, did you update the machine? No, it's in progress. We have designed the machine. At least I have designed most of the machine. I need to select a case still. We need to get case still. We have been purchasing things, assorted things. I couldn't even tell you what the fuck they are because I just went on PC part picker / logical increments and I've been putting together a device. Hopefully, I need to pick a good capture card too. Share the PC part picker list. I will share afterward. Like how everyone is asking you to do all kinds of different irons. We actually have way too many iron. Well, it's never too many. Hello, Talon 1024. I have to mail them to a place that is very uncomfortable to mail things to, and then go. It's a whole, it's a whole shebang, as they say. It's a whole thing. We're in the process though. Hello, Piet 290106 as well. It's basically used for multi-character glyphs like Arabic script or Hebrew. I see. But we do have buy a Magewell PCIe card off eBay. I see. ASCII text does not need Harfbuzz, but can it use Harfbuzz? Is it just like a simple special case, and you'll have zero issues even on Linux? I don't know about that. Yeah, maybe it probably depends on your font, right? If you have like ligatures or something, you still use it, right? It just might be a simple case for Harfbuzz. Yeah, like I imagine like a monospace terminal is not using Harfbuzz probably most of the time, right? Because like if you just have monospace glyphs, it's pretty fucking simple, right? You need to do maybe something to like free type, like the actual rasterizer needs to do something sort of intelligent if you don't just want bitmap fonts, if you're doing like upscaling and things. But like you probably don't need complex shaping behavior. Arabic and text needs Harfbuzz. I see. It only does text shaping, but not layout, like for paragraphs of text. I see. Okay. Well, either way, there's a WASM shaper. There's a WASM. Hello, DJ Kawaii Fieri. Welcome in. It's great to have you. There's a WASM shaper. So you can. I think what this means is you can embed WASM in the font itself. Is this the case? And you can basically draw arbitrary thing. You can draw arbitrary thing with WASM from your fonts. And this seems kind of exciting. Happy Yakuza Friday night. Thank you very much. It's also needed to differentiate Chinese and Japanese kanji glyphs. I know little about this. Here's animated bad apple as a font. Yes, here's the one. How are they getting time parameter? How are they getting? I guess just CP, like they just just track, like they can just track this internally maybe, but it seems like it's I wonder what they're doing. Probably maybe something interesting. Can we see lib? Can we see lib? Like what is the interface to this even look like? There's a convenient Harfbuzz WASM crate. And there's also I see. What does it actually look like style? Thank you Angry Maid for the streak also. And we have a make file that packages this thing up. It does OTF surgeon to put the WASM into the thing. This is pretty good. This is pretty good. Like I wonder what the So it I'm using a four input HDMI capture card. If I only needed one input, I would go for their 4K non-pro model, magewell.com products, pro capture quad HDMI, new cost $900. On eBay, you can easily find one for $260 to $300. I see. I will investigate this thing. Magewell is the one. Woot. Hello, Nicola Christoph. I'm installing Manjaro. Well, good luck. What does this look like? Do they have a custom, like, how are the frames represented here? Like, I wonder. Is, like, there's this TTF file that exists already. I assume the data that, like, I assume it's already baked into the fonts. I've lost 50 pounds with Manjaro. Hello. I see. What is the try Gentoo more friendly? Gentoo is honestly not as bad as people say it is. Like Gentoo is fine. Gentoo is just like it's sort of a pain in the ass to install, but it's not like there's good documentation. Like you just have to follow the instructions and largely it works. Like how are we determining anything here? Like what's the actual thing that matters? Like we have buffer. It'd be nice to know what types these things are. So buffer is essentially just the string itself. You just need to know what you're doing a little bit. Yeah, not even that much. It's a good place to learn what you're doing as well. Line 18 is weird. Yeah. I think this renders with. Yeah, I mean this is the frame count bad apple style, right? This offset is presumably like this is a Unicode character, right? Because they're doing char from U32, run length -1 plus offset. So run length, I first read run length as being like an RL. Maybe they're doing some kind of compression thing, but like no, run length is time, right? Run length is frame count essentially, right? Where is run length being changed? Whereas I think they're tracking the frame by using the position of the first dot in the buffer. I can't remember what exactly I heard about Gentoo. Is that well, they both have package managers. Gentoo, the thing is, it's not a binary distribution; it's source distributed. So when you install things when you build everything from source when you install, right? The installer is also it's fairly manual, right? So no, Arch is not. Arch is binaries, right? You typically you're installing binaries if you're installing with Pacman. The AUR on the packages from the AUR will typically be built from source. I think at least that's how it used to be. I don't know if they have like a binary cache for that now. But but you're not like manually they have you're still the user experience is still pretty similar, right? You're just gonna say hey, install this package, right? And it just builds it for you. But it just takes can take longer, and that's kind of the thing that. But and there's no installer, so you have to do a bunch of shit by hand. But it's not that much different from something like Arch. It's you boot a kernel and create a ch root. Yeah, I guess I don't know what the Arch installation process looks like these days. That kind of stuff is just what I'm used to now, I guess. That's I feel like there is Arch install anymore. I see. Installing Nix is similar, right? Installing Nix is just okay, you boot up the live CD, you partition your disk, right? You make file systems on the partitions, you mount the file systems, and you ch root into the mounted root, and then you run some script to build the thing. It's good we fixed Jake's Linux issues. Well, congrats. I still don't know what the issue even was in the first place, but I'm glad. How on earth do you know about the More Blood perk? That page is on par with the Time Cube. It's from Prod. It's very good. It's the manual. I like manual. Yeah, I mean that's just what I'm I guess we installed Gentoo relatively recently. Like Gen 2 is not that much more than this, right? You're just gonna like, hello Adelar Stormheart, thank you for the follow. Double the blood. Yes, that's my nature. The Arch install process looks like it did 10 years ago. I just did it again last month. There's some install helper thing that I ignored though. Yeah, like again, let's compare it. Like, do we have Arch Linux install wiki? Is there a guide? There's even a Gen 2 live CD now. Yeah, still no installer. I think I've always used their official live CD. Even the dots are the time track. Yeah, that's what it is, LG, right? It's like, and I think do you have to, I wonder if you have to manually advance. Hello Andy Gravity, also welcome in. Great to have you. Clarity, welcome in Static and Achromatic. Thanks for stopping by today. I'm saying it again. I'm aware you were here before. I'm just saying it doubled because, you know. Gen2.msi. Hello Zully3. So like, what do you do here to install the thing? You boot the live CD. You do locales. You set up terminal font, whatever. The standard stuff. You partition your disk manually with, you know, that's you format the partitions manually. You mount the file systems. You turn on your swap. Right, and then you run like some bootstrap script with Pacman. Thank you for the resubs, Zully3 though. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Right, and then you right. This is not. Can we see Gen 2 wiki install? So it works by you holding down period. Okay, that makes sense. That is understandable. I was wondering like how they're tracking time, but that's I guess the only real user input they can probably get is from that text buffer, right? It'd be really nice if we could get like like some kind of network. Yeah, like that's scary. Like I understand why they don't want that, but like I wonder if we could modify something to break out this. You know, I don't know. It'd be a pain in the neck, and there's no like standard interface for these things, so it'd be a mess. You could have a WebSocket just send periods. Yeah, I mean, of course, we could have like we could control the text field ourselves, right? It'd be nice if it's just like a single character, like just writing an A or something rendered as writing a colon rendered as my model, but actually animated, right? That would be really compelling. We were comparing, like people were talking about Gen 2, so I wanted to like look at the install process versus Arch, right? The Gen 2, the only additional bit that's going to be tricky is you have to configure and build a kernel, right? I guess that's fair, right? So all this stuff is going to be okay. Grab your boot media, right? Sure, etc., right? Like, do we know set up your network, right? You have to do that on Arch as well, right? It probably just works out of the box, and it probably comes with like WPA supplicant or something. Proxy stuff. Again, this is just stuff you probably don't have to care about. A lot of this is like most of the time this is going to just work because you plug in your Ethernet, and you have to run DHCPCD. More convenient somehow. It's more convenient than installing from scratch for sure, because you don't have to. The advantage that these systems give you is that over something like, because you can install Linux from scratch, right? And it looks, I mean, at least the start of the process looks very similar to this, right? Like Linux from scratch. There's actually there's a cool project. This is something it's fun to follow along at least once if you're into Linux stuff. I used to raw dog WPA supplicant. I still do that. I've done that for like 10 years now. I haven't had any other need, like WPA supplicant does everything I want for Wi-Fi, right? It's I put the shit in a configuration file. I put the SSID and the password in a configuration file, and it just works. TM, and that's all I need. I restart it if I need to. There's a CLI I can scan for SSIDs and stuff. Like what else do you need? It just goes. The main difference with LFS though versus something like Gen 2 or Arch, right, is you're gonna have to install the entire user space, right, manually, right? So stuff like Bash and like everything, right? Like whatever init you're using, whatever like just everything you're gonna need to set up. And that's like, I mean, you don't really need that much for a minimal system, right? I mean, honestly, for something very minimal, especially if you're playing around in a VM or something, you can just write your own, and you can just like get BusyBox or something to have like basic tools and a shell, and then just like write your own little init script that launches the shell, and then you're golden, right? I did that for a while when I was in college. I did a little bit of I did a little more kernel. I played with the kernel a little bit, right? I was trying to do some kernel. I was trying to understand things back in the halcyon days of having lots of time to dick around and understand things. So I guess I'm back in now. We're so fucking back. Hello, Brizdingle. 100 streams. Congratulations. You can put files in RAM on Linux with a special file system like tempfs. Yeah, write a countdown timer in a file, have Python, for example, script write to it, and have OBS read to it. I see. I mean, you can just do this with a normal file too, right? This is. I mean, you can also, if you're talking to OBS, you can also talk to OBS via something like there's this OBS WebSocket thing. That's what I'm doing. Hello, Parsi Realm too. But back in the, I had a thing where I stripped down a kernel to be like the absolute minimal support for like the absolute smallest kernel possible, where I still had like networking, right? Probably wasn't actually the smallest possible. It was damn small, right? Like I stripped out, I disabled everything. I disabled everything that was not just like I disabled multi-user mode. We were running single user Linux, right? Like extremely minimal, right? And just made a tiny little init ramfs where like disabled all file system support. I only had the init ramfs. Wrote a little script that like made this thing that only had BusyBox in it and just like a tiny init that just launched the shell and stuff. And it was super convenient because QEMU has a mode where you can just run it in your existing terminal, right? Like you can just like, instead of like having to launch like a GUI for QEMU, right? You can just QEMU, like KEMU, which is a very good emulator, like a very good VM, I guess, for x86 and other systems also. It's a very cool thing. I mean, it's probably like, yeah, like everything uses this. Like I'm using this right now to run Windows on my VM. I'm looking for the original image of our Mr. Green. I spent like an hour last night, Prowlcards. I couldn't find it. I definitely found it somewhere online, and I didn't look too hard. You say your Q's like K's. Well, I mean, how else are you supposed to say a Q with an E after it, right? It's a case, you know. Well, what am I supposed to say? QEMU? It could be QEMU, but I feel like that's sort of like a QU sound, right? Like there's no U. It's like a hard K, right? QEMU. I could just say the Q directly. LCOLONQ. Yeah, something like this. I would just say anyway. You can run this and it will just like spit out the Linux, like it'll just connect the Linux console output, like the native console deal to your terminal, right? Or it'll just like read and write from standard in and out. Even it doesn't need any terminal features, so you can basically run a virtualized Linux just like you would launch a shell. And if you strip down the kernel enough, it boots like instantly, right? Like the boot time is like less than 1 second. It's like very fast. So this was super fun for testing kernel development stuff, right? When I was working on this, because it was just, I had a system where instead of having to like wait for a whole VM to boot up, I can basically just like type make. The kernel would build really fast because I had everything disabled that I wasn't working on actively, and then just like it would just like drop me into a shell inside of the machine almost instantly. And this was very excellent. But like, so you can do funny things, right? Like Linux is like, it's kind of nice how like Smorgasboard, indeed, Rotbjorn, indeed. QEMU is so based. Yes, many are saying this. Medley Interlist project has a QEMU image. Yeah, it's good. It's good for a whole lot of things, right? People who are doing like OS development are often using it, right? It's just like, it's a good general purpose. Like what I don't even know what architectures it supports. It definitely supports x86 and ARM. Are you aware of Cube's OS? Is this the one that like virtualizes or containerizes everything? Fabrice Ballard sauce. Yes, it's true. What people are saying, if you're not in the know, is that the person who made this thing, the person who made QEMU originally, also is the person who made FFmpeg originally, and just generally is an extremely prolific developer. Also TCC, also QuickJS. Yeah, I saw a talk of the devs at a conference. I have not used this. It's sort of interesting, I guess. I wonder what TCC is also from them. Yes, it is. Yeah, they're like, he's insanely prolific. TinyCC, super portable, a C compiler, very fast. Thank you, Zoli3Robot. Hello, Gray XDNT, also welcome in. Cube's OS for testing virus or for very secure OS is really great. Is this true? For the arcade game, see Cubert's Cubes. We have Qbert. The guy is literally the small block under the giant block XKCD. Yeah, like for like single-handedly, right? Like yeah. Hello Oshlot also. Thank you for the follow. So everyone knows XKCD is just NASA propaganda to distract us from the real issues. Thank you MXLX for the boost. Welcome in. So yeah, there's interesting things. But I guess the main thing that distinguishes LFS is you have to build all the user space shit, and that's annoying. So it kind of is like again, there's not that much difference between installing. If you've installed Arch, you can install Gentoo, right? The only new thing that you're learning is like how to type make menu config and poke around with kernel options until you have the right stuff enabled. And even then, I think there's a script that will try and do it automatically for your hardware. Like there's like gen kernel or something, I think, right? But like that's just like something fun to do. Do we have the personal site here? Yeah. It's this is an extremely powerful website. Your streams are really interesting. Please spare me when you become like Skynet. Thank you Oshlot. I'm really glad that you like thank you very much. I'm glad you like it. It's good to have you, friend. Is there an embedded Linux from scratch? Because that sounds way more useful. I mean, like, you could do Linux from scratch for an embedded system, right? I feel like Linux from scratch is more just like an approach, right? Like, there's nothing like once you know, like you can just set up Linux, right? Like there's nothing stopping you. Like you can just download the Linux. You can just download the kernel and build it with a compiler for the architecture you want that the kernel supports, and then just like put the files, then just like make a file system and put the files in the right places, then just have a Linux. Deployment and building of images would be a lot different. Yeah, maybe so, which is stuff I'd like to see stuff around. Yeah, and I get like LFS is more just like a learning thing, right? What about FreeBSD, not Linux based? Yeah, FreeBSD is not Linux. They're Unixes, right? And you can run a lot of the same software on them because a lot of the software is written in like relatively portable languages, right? Like if you write something in C targeting libc, right, and you write it in a way that's portable, like broadly it should work, right? So Unix is kind of like a family of OSs, right? BSD stands for Berkeley System Distribution, Berkeley Software Distribution, something like this, right? And so there's various BSDs, right? There's like FreeBSD, there's OpenBSD, there's NetBSD, there's Dragonfly BSD, there's all these things, right? So BSD is it's in the family of Unixes, right? Basically, Arch BSD. Is there a BSD that uses Pac-Man? Actually, that wouldn't be surprising. And I think actually, like, yeah, Darwin, which is the Mac OS kernel, is based on this code base. Like Darwin is based on code from NextStep, FreeBSD, other BSDs, and other yeah. It's I mean Mac OS is like very Unixy, right? Pac BSD, I see. The first time I made a Linux system, I had to download the kernel source from FTP and the compiler and clib from NNTP and cross compiler from a Sun 3. Yeah, that's a fucking odyssey. I bet that's a good story actually. If I wind up again, it's all this stuff. It's like when I started using this stuff, it was like stories like that were just like constantly. I was like in the zone where like that was very much not necessary, but like people talked about things like that a lot, and it was very intimidating. It was like because I think I got into it like when is early Linux is 90s, right? Originally Linux is 91, right? So I'm like, I mean, it was for me like I was 17 years late, right? I got into Linux I think in 2008 because I remember the first thing I was installing, it was like when Ubuntu 8.10 was out. Right, this is the case. No way, this is Arch Herd. You can get Arch Herd. We gotta play with Herd at some point. Actually, you're old as dirt. Yeah, I mean I'm getting there every day a little bit closer. Nomad BSD is a nice FreeBSD version that works from a USB flash drive. Hello, Ronnie Holm. Also, still has source from Mach in its kernel. Mach eventually became NextOS, then OS X. I see. It's very interesting to know. I haven't really played with BSDs very much. I want to OpenBSD is kind of compelling, right? Like a lot of like the people who like like I don't know, like the cat v, like there's people who are into OpenBSD for sure, right? And OpenBSD has like a pretty good security track record, a reputation for like stability and things like this, so it'd be fun to play with. But like for now, I'm Nix bound. I don't actually know if there is a Nix. I feel like there probably is Nix stuff happening on some kind of BSDs somewhere. There's Nix is available on FreeBSD. I see. I wonder like how much actually builds. Like presumably you can't. Yeah, there's NixBS. Sure. Yeah, I'm sure people are trying to do this thing. OpenBSD was used on PlayStation. I think my understanding is that the modern PlayStation 4 and 5 OS is still based on some BSD also, right? Can we see this? If we search PlayStation, like of course we don't know, right? Because it's, I mean we probably do know, but it's hard to like. Can we see BSD? Yeah. The PlayStation 4's operating system is called Orbis OS, based upon a customized FreeBSD 9. The reason why this is BSD, like you would be like, why don't they just use Linux, right? Why the fuck do they not have? Hello Vettel, also welcome in. Why do they not do? Why? And Big Gay Mikey, I'm missing everybody. Big Gay Mikey's here and Ronnie Holm, welcome in. It's good to see you. Why do they not just do Linux? This is a licensing thing, right? I assume, right? It's a licensing thing because FreeBSD. I mean, if you're like, what's the deal with all these license? Like FreeBSD is it's not under a copyleft license, right? The FreeBSD license, if you are shipping a modified version of FreeBSD, right? You do not need to your code does not need to be under an open license, right? Whereas Linux, right? Linux is GPL2, right? At least I think Linux is GPL2, and Linux, like if they were like making modified Linux for the PS4 and then shipping it, right? They would have to like if they were making kernel changes, they would have to release their kernel changes. And also license them GPL2. Netflix is also heavily into FreeBSD for their servers hosted by ISPs. Netflix improved the networking stack to crazy throughput. Sony's PlayStation 3, 4, 5 kernel uses various components from NetBSD, including the driver from the... Yeah, I'm sure like a lot of these console things are just like a big mix of... Hello little man, hello mini 5130. Apparently friend is not so little, just low res. Like because of the licensing thing, I imagine like a lot of console stuff, like I mean, I guess there really isn't a lot of console stuff that happens anymore, right? Like I don't know, like I mean, I guess I assume like the Xbox OS is basically Windows, right? Like what's the current Xbox, like what is the Xbox currently? Right? There's like what even is, I don't know. There's too many fucking numbers involved. So they had the Xbox and then the 360 and then the One and then the One S and then the One X and then the Series S and then the Series X, and which is like we have no ability to even number things. That Microsoft has forgotten how to put numbers in incrementing order. The Series X is the new guy. Hello, Furizon, also welcome in. So I need to go now. Good luck with the projects. Thank you, Fabius. Thank you. We will try our best. The next one is just going to be a Copilot PC. It's still, I assume, yeah, some NT based thing, right? That makes sense. Can we find operating system? Yeah, heavily modified versions of Windows NT. The latest based on Windows 11. Sure. Universal Windows platforms applications. Is this consoles? Yeah. What is the Nintendo Switch? Yeah, I didn't know. It's so hard to keep up with these things. I don't know. Yeah. Hello, Char3 Tech. Also, Nintendo Switch. Is this? I wouldn't be shocked if this was UWP. Ain't too bad. I mean, the concept seems kind of. If you can develop for, it's FreeBSD. Is it BSD? Operating system. Nintendo Switch system software. Do we know what it's based on? Proprietary OS derivative of the Nintendo 3DS system software, partially Unix-like via certain components which are based on FreeBSD and Android. So cool. The graphics driver features an undocumented thin API layer called NVN, which is, quote, kind of like Vulkan. Very cool. We love quote kind of like Vulkan. Switch is just an Android phone. I think it's not. I mean, it has a custom OS, right? And probably is quite different to develop things for. Something I always wonder about is like what porting actually looks like here, right? I would, you know, of course I imagine there's a lot of like NDA shit involved, right? But like certainly around the SDKs, 200 kilobytes. The graphical that this is fucking wild. 200k for the main menu graphical assets. That's I mean that's kind of, I mean 200k is a fair bit, but that's still like pretty impressive. We're gonna try and homebrew a Switch game. I don't know. I don't have like a. That's the sort of thing that I would be like actively nervous to fuck around with on stream. That seems like the sort of thing that gets lawyers on your ass. I wasn't hurting the sheep. I was hurting them. But like, I wonder what it looks like, right? Like if you write an indie game with like a custom engine or something that will get you killed by assassins. Hello trap_exit. Keswick. The actual crazy thing, Keswick is referring to this guy whose last name was Bowser, who got massively sued by Nintendo, right? To the point that they're like garnishing his wages for the rest of his life or something, right? Some insane, like, you know, one of those situations where like a giant multinational company just gets to turn you into a debt slave or something. But the Bowser is also the CEO of, at least, who is Doug Bowser? So it's literal Bowser on Bowser action. It's Doug Bowser, I think, is the president of Nintendo of America. So they have a double Bowser. They call this the double Bowser gambit. It's still NVIDIA hardware for the GPU, so I don't think it'd be too hard to port whatever renderer. I don't know. Like, again, the like Vulkan or whatever is usually provided by the drive. It depends on what drivers they offer, right? LG, like if they don't offer, like, I don't know. I think so, at least. Imagine if they were relatives. Determines who is the junior of the group. Yeah, which one is Bowser Jr.? Do we know? Like, can we find Nintendo lawsuit Bowser? Are we able to uncover this mystery? Hack seller Bowser owes Nintendo 10 million, has paid $175. It's actually brutal, right? It's very unfortunate. Can we see Polygon? Is this a website that's going to reveal my exact location? A man sentenced to 3 years in prison for his role in a Nintendo Switch hack selling scheme has been released early, but he will have to pay Nintendo a portion of whatever income he makes every month for a very long time as part of a 10 million. Like, this shit is so fucked up. Like, I really don't like I don't know. I don't know, man. I would say, like, I don't like to have takes on things, but like I guess I'm pretty anti having your like that's pretty brutal. That's pretty fucking brutal, man. Like I have a good bit of empathy towards, like, it's not like this guy was like, it's not like this guy was selling video game hacking tools, right? Like, it's not like this dude is like I don't know, man. I don't know. It seems a little bit disproportionate. Hello PQ_system too. Yeah, you don't want to be messing with that. It's taking part of its pay just to fuck up. Yeah, it's just to fuck with him. Also, it's not like it's literally purely punitive, right? It's not like they're really competent. They're like $10 million, like, is in the scale of these companies, this is nothing, right? This is purely just to like put the weight on him a little bit, just to fuck him up. The company's market cap is over $70 billion, and they ruined someone's life for 10 million. Yeah, they're really gagging for the 10 million, right? It's just and it's just this guy, right? It's a guy named Bowser. I would, you know, I don't know what I guess like, yeah, the guy was essentially a forum mod hypebeast. Like, he wasn't even making the thing, right, JX Tom? Like, if I recall the story originally, like, he was just like basically doing the sales, which I guess is the dangerous role to be in, right? That's you're the scapegoat, right? Which maybe he did not fully understand the culpability that he was signing himself up for. Worse is he didn't even make the cheats. But either way, like, I don't know, man. It's like he's 53 years old, like, and not in good health, right? Like that's just like brutal. The lawyers show up and you have to ask Scientology or Nintendo. Yeah, I mean, I would never commit a crime. I literally will never commit a crime. I'm good. I obey every law that exists. Every law, any law anywhere, I'm obeying it all the time. 100% of the time, I will never commit any sort of crime. And that's basically just it. Rella? Yeah, it's true. It's true. What about the laws? I obey those too, just kind of implicitly. I have sort of an instinct, an intuition for these things, right? I even the contradictory ones, we figure it out somehow. I'm spending honestly like maybe 95% of my time thinking about these laws and trying to figure out how to obey them all at the same time. It's sort of it's sort of more than it's like 2 full-time jobs to figure this out, but you have to. You just have to. Do you separate your Oh yes, of course, exactly as demanded. Yeah, legal bullet hell. Yeah, we need bullet ML format, but for the law, for the grand corpus of law. Taking a lion to the movies, that's illegal in Massachusetts. Leave some jobs for the rest of us. Okay, so where were we on the stack here? We were talking about OpenBSD. Yes, the hacks based one. LG. What was that called again? Fire something. Fire something. Do we know? Bullet hell hacks. I wonder if this will yield the result for us. When are we making friend an AI agent? Oh, it's Fire Dancer. It's Fire Dancer. Can we see GitHub? GitHub.com/fire. Wow, they're going fast here. It's a hacks-based language for defining 2D shmups and bullet hell patterns. Hacks is very interesting. Unless you obtain... In Boston, it is illegal to bathe unless your doctor gives you a prescription, but it's also illegal not to bathe before going to bed in Boston. Goatees are illegal unless you obtain and pay for a license to wear your goatee in public. What am I to do with all my leftover horses on Sunday? Yes. To buy friend.ai and get all the VC money to replace Devin? Is this... like... How easy is it really? How easy is it? I don't know. The thing is, if you to do the VC money, then you have to talk to all of these people, and it's like, I don't know. Are there any venture capital people that are like just like really into anime? Like, I'm sure there's some, right? There's some that are like obsessed with like Jujutsu Kaisen or something. Hello Mini 5130. Thank you for the follow. Surely, right? Like they got to be into this, right? Like what? Like do we have some kind of angle here? I say that one specifically because ModClonq had me put it on the Jellyfin the other day because she's been slamming through JJK. Gamer subs exist. Do they? The world of business truly is. There's a lot of nuances here. It could be fun to play with this a little bit, though. This is the sort of thing that, like, I mean, we're certainly not writing a parser for this, right? We'd have to, like, find some good way to, like, embed, have hacks, have an email. I guess, like, the whole point of hacks is having, like, compiling to different things, right? If you haven't seen hacks, it's the deal with hacks is that you can target, like, 1 billion different platforms with this. Add this to Oob. Oob does, I mean, we could add it to the existing bullet hell thing. Oob is sort of a little slower paced than that. You got it right the first time also. I saw a lecture in the law school at the main uni around here that was about the prospects of making a living as a lawyer, and the lawyer made the case that it wasn't actually possible to move through a day in the city without breaking at least some law. Yeah, I'm sure. I have an impression of lawyers. There's a forum that I saw once when I was in college. A long time ago, a friend showed me a thing that was it's like a forum that used to be for like law school discussion. I think I don't remember the name of it, and it basically just like became like an image board, right? It was like half like the most vulgar shit you could ever possibly imagine, and half like actual discussion of like the LSAT and stuff. And that's just like that's colored my impression of lawyers behind like how lawyers must be behind closed doors for like the rest of my life. I think like I will forever think of this thing. So many old laws that are unenforced. Yeah. Papers, please. Yeah. A lot of things like this is like, it's been around for a very long time. Like I remember looking at this like when I was in high school, and I wonder how hard it is to add an additional back end. right? Because again, you can target like the whole thing, like you can like anything that you can compile to C++ and also to Python and also to PHP, like it must not be that hard to port, right? It probably isn't that tricky to port to things. Like, can we see the GitHub, or like, I wonder if there's decent docs for like writing a backend, because it might be interesting to write an ELISP backend. That this had not occurred to me before. And I wonder, is the thing self-hosted also? Let's embed it into Emacs. Hello, Zero Bunny Hop. Also, and welcome in Masica. It's great to have you. Cousin used to be a lawyer, but switched to being a legal consultant. Says it's way better not to have to go to court and do that whole song and dance. Yeah, I feel like actually like being a trial lawyer seems like very unfortunate. Sadness and promise betrayed. Hacks. Yeah, Masica. LG pointed us in the direction of this thing called Fire Dancer. Hacks. If you recall, we wrote this thing to parse this bullet ML format to do bullets on the screen. Can we load the thing a while back? And I wonder how tricky it is to have Hacks target ELISP. Do we have docs anywhere for these sorts of things? Introduction manual, API. Like, where do the backends live? Were there bullets? There were some bullets. We have the bullets are currently what is this tiers Prod? Well, I mean, Prod built a lot of bullet ML stuff as well, and the bullet ML stuff has been temporarily disabled until we move to the new machine because it kills the performance of this machine to have to run a compositor all the time, and we need to run a compositor to have the transparent window. So it's like this. It's tiers. Too much blood. Huh? Is it where are the backends actually? Code gen. Here's SW. We have various. Wait, is this written in OCaml? Is Hacks written in OCaml? I hadn't realized that either. It is. That's kind of compelling also. I've been looking at the prospect of building a new computer. Oh, aren't you having double blood? Why is the hair less ephemeral today? I don't think it's any less ephemeral than usual. It should be the same as normal, I would say, Prowcars. The new set is going to take away so much of the blood. Yeah, our blood levels are going, or at least maybe what it will do instead, Liquid Cake One, is increase our maximum blood content to a higher degree. Like, where are the backends on this? Like, where's the can we find the PHP backend somewhere? Generators? Oh, here we go. Gen PHP 7.ml. It's definitely more distinct than usual, or I'm tripping. Again, nothing has changed on my end, Prowcars. It's all the same to me. So I wouldn't expect anything to be different. Maximum blood is already unbounded. Maximum pumpable blood can be increased. Yes, perhaps. So, like, what does the generator actually look like here? They have polyfills for PHP. This is so messed up that this is the case. Check if current binary should be surrounded by parentheses. That's kind of, I see. Like, they really do just like raw dog this thing. Like this is just okay. Let's, like, it looks like they're just working on, like, what is the input to this thing? I need to try it. It's been on my personal docket. Yeah, for me as well, right? It seems, I think a lot of people started using Hacks. Hacks had the advantage that it could compile to Flash, right? So I think there was a movement to like move to this from like directly writing whatever. What did Flash use? ActionScript or something was the thing, right? So people started writing Hacks instead, so that they could easily like make their game be native or be on Flash or be on whatever other thing, just a browser game, etc., etc. A horrible king rat of special cases. I mean, really, what is a compiler other than that, though, right? Like, a compiler, like you have a big tree, you have nodes. The nodes have types, like they have they have a tag of what the node represents, and you just have a big huge. You walk the tree, you have a big huge switch case that says, okay, for each thing we emit something different, and you go from there, right? So it's all kind of, Dead Cells was all Hacks, yeah. Like, it has a good track record of like commercial use, and this is just like, Yeah, like they are going. We're spitting out strings here, baby. Right? We have writer indent 1. We have the whole shebang. Hell yeah. This also pops in my feed a lot. Heaps. I think I've seen this too. Lots of French wizardry today. Always wanted to look at hacks more. High performance game framework. Desktop, mobile, and consoles. It supports fucking everything. Yeah, I mean, it's tying back to our porting discussion too. Hello, I'm in bed. There are games that use embeddable flash files for its GUI. I've heard of this also, JX Tom. I don't know if any are coming to mind. I think, is that what, that might be Dark Souls 1, actually. I think that might be where I saw it. Is that the case? Hello Castrol also. Dark Souls 1 UI flash. I remember seeing something, maybe it wasn't this one. Maybe it wasn't this one. I used to write some hacks targeted C++ and HTML5 with it at the same time or independently. Scaleform is flash-based. Yeah. Developed as an evolution of the MTASC, Motion Twin ActionScript 2 compiler. I see. I was going Castrol also. Lots of games use Scaleform. Yeah. That's one of those funny things you see on the boot up screen. And hello MTXN0. If you're new here, if you're just arriving and you're like, this is good, you can go here. That's the only thing I'll shill. It's we have a 1-channel Discord linked to a 1 IRC channel, and we talk there. It's broadly good. Used to write Flex web apps for work. The like this is like probably doable for at least some subset of hacks, right? I wonder where this gets wired in. I don't have much experience with OCaml at all, but like presumably we can pick it up pretty fast. Like that seems kind of exciting. I must away more baseball. Back later. Good luck. I hope you have fun, Wind Up Boy, and hope the kiddo has fun as well. Hello low effort ZZZ : yes, it's true. Where I'm kind of tempted to like. I went into today saying like, okay, we're gonna sample a bunch of different stuff. We're gonna see where the winds take us. We gotta pour some water here also. We're gonna see where the winds take us a little bit. Maybe the winds are going to take us to doing some OCaml and trying to make this eLisp thing, right? Like, I'm kind of tempted. Well, I mean, let's clone let's see, can we build hacks without crushing us under its immense weight? I know a guy who smokes a pack of camels every day. Hello, 5G technician. How much is a pack of cigarettes, actually? Groovy? What is Groovy on Kirsch? Oh, it's Groovy Core. ArrayUtil. Oh, we gotta... This seems like something that's exciting to look. It's 20. It's 20 number. Hey, you know me. Good morning, Nikola Hristov. I do know you. The man with many names. 1 pack of cigarettes and a carton of milk costs 1 family, from my understanding. Is this true? The a generated class. Okay, sure. We have Groovy ArrayUtil now. We have oh boy. We already know what's coming here. We already know we're starting to do some good things here. You can notice that you can imagine them getting longer. You can imagine them getting longer to the side. Yeah. This seems about what is how high does it go up? What's the maximum number of arguments? What's going on here? It's an internal thing in Groovy where they have create array overloaded up to like probably like 100 or more arguments. Those are some nice declarations. Yeah, they're pretty damn good. I don't know how to scroll horizontally easy here. We go to the end. Okay, it's like is it 256? That seems sensible. Is there no varargs in Java? I don't think there is. Haskell, it's 249, a funny number. Haskell actually has a similar situation because there's no like really that convenient way to be polymorphic over tuple sizes. So there are a lot of things where there are like instances defined over like every tuple length individually, right? Like there's like an instance for tuples up to like, I think they only go up to like 16 elements, but like yeah. Cries in Rust. I know some of those games for hacks backend and hacks. Okay, we will investigate this as well. Hacks use cases. Yeah, there are a lot of like, it's not like a toy thing. Like, it's a thing that like people do a lot. The LUAX full-featured Lua backend was developed as a pure hacks library using the set custom JS generator API. I see. You can use it either to do custom JavaScript or to generate source code for a different language. I see. They all have a fairly similar structure. Hello, Spoony BC. We have a Spoony Bard, and also Dev Me Dao. Thank you both for following. We're currently looking at hacks to try and investigate. Maybe it's possible for us to write an Emacs list backend for hacks, and maybe it's even possible for us to do it in not that much time. Can we see the LUAX generator? In GitHub, we have a 404 situation here. Very good. What is missing from hacks to replace OCaml as a compiler language? 404 guy? Yeah, real. What does this set custom JS generator thing actually do? It wants a JS gen API callback. This pass, so it just wants something that uses this API, which is not that fancy. And then you just give it callbacks for everything, I guess. Like, you just give it everything. Like we can find an example probably. Like, probably at least one of these still works. Is hx2 python generator.hx, you still exist? You do still exist. You do still exist from 11 years ago. Maybe this has changed since then, so maybe this code will not work verbatim, but like, this is not very intimidating at all, actually. This is not very intimidating at all. Can we get hacks easily? This is starting to become more and more compelling, I think. Let's make a new little situation here, I think. Let's make some progress here, computer. What are we calling this? I'm thinking hell, which is going to stand for hacks Emacs Lisp loader library, something like this. Does hell do it for everybody? I mean, the opportunity is there. Stop trying to find reasons why. Now it's searching for why not. Yeah, something like this. I mean, we were looking for something like, we were going to try and take irons out of the fire, maybe. But, you know, what's one more iron? You know, sometimes you got to just like, you can put a little iron in the fire, right? We can have a little more as a treat, maybe, right? It'll be fun. I promise it. Like, I guarantee this will be fun. Then port it to, yeah, right? Future Colonq will regret us wherever the wind god takes us, right? This is how it is, Zully 3, right? This is what we signed up for. This is the albatross that hangs around our neck forever. To go wherever we are taken. Okay, can we get hacks easily? Hell yes, it's hacks Emacs Lisp library. What's a good word with L? Hacks Emacs Lisp lovers. Or that's what it stands for. Loader was good. Yeah, I guess loader is maybe the best thing. Hacks Emacs Lisp linguist. Hello F collector also. Help. Yeah, well, why do you get my blood pumping over something like this? I mean, it's sort of my like I'm so excited for no reason. I think it's just contagious, right? Like, the thing is I think like, if I'm approaching my own thing with a critical eye, if I'm going back and I'm watching my own streams with a critical eye, I think it's purely that, like, I get really like my excitement over these things is not feigned. Like I love the computer so fucking much. I am very like, we gotta go now, and I think that is a little bit infectious. So I think that's sort of like maybe even the main value that we provide here, right? Versus like learning anything in particular, or it's like, you can come on here and I will be very excited over some weird thing, and hopefully that gets you excited to do some weird thing also. So true. We're so back. Okay, we need to go Nix style. Do we have any convenient Nix styles at hand? That do broadly what we want it to. Probably the animism flake.nix does something sensible. If we open Nix flake.nix here. Let's banish everything to hell. There we go. No overlays, no Emacs packages, no depths. We have a shell here. Sure, that's fine. Thank you for gaming, Kira. I appreciate that. It occurs to me that I've just made gaming more frustrating to use, which I guess, you know, it kind of works. We banish all of this. We need none of it. We only need a shell. And the shell has... What does the shell have? I should just make this a template that I conveniently copy around, as I do this like 100 times a day. Let's... Is hacks real? Is gamer art? It's a counter. It's every 5 times. The intention is it's sort of like you have to make offerings, right? It's like Shadowborn Apostle Magic the Gathering. It's like Shadowborn Apostle Magic the Gathering, right? You have to have 6 Shadowborn Apostle, and then you summon them. You make sacrifices at the altar of gaming, and it summons, searches your library for a demon creature card, puts it on the battlefield, and then shuffles. In this analogy, the demon creature card is the horrendous effect. It's the horrendous effect. You snippet guy, perhaps. I have you snippet installed because it's a dependency for something, but I've never used snippets for anything. Perhaps this is the time to learn. Hello, Elysium Plane also needs more background giggle. Alas, Elysium Plane, she's fucking gone. She's gone today. She's oh, it's over. It's over. She's away. She's Oomphy. Yeah, no, mod is at a I think she's in the bridal party for a wedding, so she went to get ready for this, which we will have to do also at some point in the future. So she's away until Sunday, actually, which is another one. Yeah, there's so many fucking weddings happening, Taimisi. There's like, I think it's just like the age where, you know, it's there's so many. There's like 3 that I'm going to like this fall or something. I've seen some snippets for Scheme Records. Yeah, we'll save the sub for when she returns. Okay, I'll hold you to that. That's what happens in your late 20s. Yes, it's true. It's true, I think. And I normally, you know, I avoid going to as many of these things as I can, but these ones I cannot avoid so much. It's going to be a wild time between this and TwitchCon. So does hacks exist? Are you here? Are you present for us? We have different versions of hacks even. We can get hacks 4.1, 4.0. Yeah, the marriages have largely run out. Yeah, perhaps. Perhaps love can still bloom though in the marketplace. I think broadly people are, I don't know. Like maybe this is a crazy take, but like if we're getting into it a little bit, I think there's like this, like, I mean, you can't really blame it, but like there's definitely like a long held cultural stigma towards solitude, I think, right? Towards being alone, right? Towards riding solo a little bit, right? This kind of thing. Like obviously I'm not in this kind of circumstance myself, right? But like I could easily imagine myself in this circumstance, right? Like mod is a very special person for putting up with all my eccentricities, right? It's kind of like this. But like the thing is, like I wouldn't be like super worried about it, I guess is the way. Like I can't recall ever really being worried about it. Like things worked out in this way, but I wouldn't really be dissatisfied with my life, I think, if they worked out in another way. It's kind of like, I don't know. I think a lot of this is just like, what's the word? Like people say don't get high off your own supply, right? I don't want to get high off someone else's supply either, right? Maybe that's the word, right? Like I feel like there are a lot of things that like people get really worked up about and like feel badly about just because not because it actually like makes them feel badly necessarily. It's because it like there's like this like existing cultural like there's this like idea that they're supposed to feel bad about it, right? Like there's no like, yeah, I don't know, BYOD or something. I don't know. It's like I think broadly, like societal expectations sometimes, something like this, right? Like I would do any of us think otherwise? Yeah, I mean, of course, this is something that I'm not exactly saying crazy shit here, right? We're in the computer, right? We're computer people. We know about these things. Always maintain strong, and not even maintain strong independence, but like you can just like do what you want to do, right? Like people have this like idea that like to be happy in life, like I gotta get the girl or whatever, right? I gotta like, you really don't have to, right? It's these things are really at the end of the day, like they'll never like they can never, yeah, they get super loneliness attacks, yeah, for sure. And some people do want this, right? Some people do genuinely want this thing, but for me, I think it's the kind of thing where like when I was young, at least I think I felt like I felt like I needed to want it more than I actually wanted it, right? It's that kind of way, and I'm very grateful that things I haven't like felt like wanting things into a worse situation. I don't I'm rambling at this point, but like you know what I mean, right? I just think like people just need to fucking take it easy with this stuff, man. It's just like, you know, it's not a big deal. If I was 50 years old and I was a loner, right? If I was flying solo, if I was flying solo, right, I would not be thinking like, oh man, woe is me, I suck, I'm a dork, right? I stink, I'm horrible, right? That's just not like a productive way. I would be thinking like, man, I'm like a badass cool cowboy, right? I'm kind of like it's kind of like I'm wanted dead or alive. I'm like a desperado. I'm on the open prairie. It's just me and my hoss, right? It's kind of like that. I'd be thinking more in that style of way rather than like I don't know. It's just I don't know. This is apropos of nothing. I apologize. I don't know why I'm bringing up. We even have hacks packages, it seems, in this. This is very convenient. Kind of, you can actually get heaps in Nix conveniently. That's kind of cool. I wonder what the best way. I wonder if we have to say like hacks packages, like hacks with packages or something. Anyway, we'll just do this for now. Does this involve some kind of hellish device? On a steel horse you ride, something like that, right? Folded under 0. If I say Nix develop path Nix, gotta set. Yeah, don't get the girl, set the girl. Maybe that's the case. I don't who knows what the fuck I'm saying. I think broadly one of the points of criticism I would write down in my notebook, like again, if I was approaching these with a critical eye, I would say make less perform less bad cultural commentary. At least make it funny. Probably my biggest note for myself. It's just so tempting sometimes to drop some kind of take. It's, you know, we're all tempted in this direction to have takes, to have opinions and thoughts about things. I think my resolution for the rest of the year, maybe for next year, we'll have to save it for next year maybe, is to have no thoughts or feelings about anything at all, to be totally blank faced, to exist as an automata. Something outside of the circles of life. Base bad taste. Okay, do we have hacks now? Hacks help. Very achievable and normal goal. Thank you, Agpen. I knew you would understand. Okay, we have hacks. We can tell hacks to do things. We can make JavaScript code. This is quite a lot of good things. We can make hash link bytecode or C code. We can make the cultural stigma can be healthy at any age as long as keeping an open mind for both. Yeah, and of course there are benefits to these things also. We can give it a class path. It was pretty room temperature take as takes go. Yeah, it probably is. I haven't worked myself up to making the really spicy takes yet. Like what's a really spicy take? What's a really spicy take? I mean, I feel like really spicy takes all involve the word should, right? Or like ought to, or things like this. And those ones, my inherent squeamishness around this is a little too much. I can't quite handle it, right? It's too much for me. So how do you write hacks? What's the nature of hacks? Do we know? Can we go into hacks? Make source, please. Do people use an extension for hacks? .hx? Is there like some kind of Java class path style situation that they use for this? Probably not, right? AI girlfriends should replace relationships. It's probably on the way. The hair is ephemeral again. Perhaps it was not made of LCOLONQs. Yeah, I mean, you can change prowl cards. If you put the format is you give a color, which is either a color name, a color code, an emote, or a YouTube link or Twitch link first, and then a space, and you can put any text you want, and you can replace it with like, there's all sorts of things, right? You can do solid squares and things. Control_O actually has a website that lists that they've compiled that has a whole lot of funny patterns that people use. The keywords must not, required, shall not, should not, recommended, may, and optional in this document are to be interpreted as described by RFC 2119. Yeah, it's like this. So I wonder, there probably is some kind of situation here, right? Like there probably is, like Hacks has some kind of OOP scenario going on here, right? Yeah. Can we put things out? Is this full Java, or can we put things outside of classes? Are we full Java? Learn Hacks. Can we go learn X and Y minutes, please? Hacks. We have Hacks. Learn Hacks 3 in 15 minutes. We do need a main class potentially. It's not necessary. You need namespace for the code. What if we just don't do any of this? What if we don't do anything? Can you learn it in Brazilian Portuguese for extra difficulty? If Geyser was here, I would try. We could call Geyser and have Geyser live translate the page. Yeah, you can see there's Control O's thing. Yeah, the website. Hello El Jello, also welcome in. So we can say trace with hello with trace seems like our debug logging functionality. So this does seem like we're going full Java on this fucker. Where's source at? Can we call this main.hx? Let's just say class main. What does it look like? Is this doing real time? No, it's not. We probably do need some kind of hacks mode for this. Static function main. Trace. We're going manual indent style. Hello, computer. :3. Okay, cool. This is a hacks program. Yes. Geyser is too dangerous to be given this much audience. Is this true? I think Geyser is actually like a very good entertainer. I'm a Geyser enjoyer to some degree. Okay, can we get something sensible? Can we make a envrc? Can we make .envrc? And then say use flake path nix. That's how we do it. And then if we say envrc allow, that'll run this, and now we have hacks, right? If we say hacks, is it dash, like what's the how do we say what main is? There's like a dash interpret. You can interpret using internal macro system, and there's dash main for class. If I say hacks dash main interp, not found main. Cool. Can we say dash p source? Hello computer. Okay, we're tracing. We're running hacks successfully. So how does this Python shit work? How does this go? What's its nature? Can we? It occurs to me maybe we should put what we're actually doing on the screen. That's something that I've thought about recently that may immensely boost the comprehensibility of the stream. Trying to compile hacks to Emacs Lisp :3. There we go. That seems like it's going to significantly improve our comprehensibility, our readability, as it were. Thank you for Boost Kotaru Complex. Also welcome in. This is just stream title. It's true. So a normal person would be like, maybe I can just make the stream titles be called something that's a little more sensible, right? So maybe we could call the stream. We could call the stream. Maybe right now I could change the stream to be trying to compile hacks to Emacs Lisp, and maybe even get a little funny with it instead of delightful smorgasbord plus LCOLONQ the remix. flying fancifully wherever the wind god takes us now and forever, stratagems goodly, ! Oomphy. The problem with that is I've developed such a, yeah, you wouldn't have clicked though, right? I think it's sort of a signature move. It's kind of like my dragon install at this point. Give prod access to change titles. It's the time of bed. Good night. Thank you, Liquid Cake One. Again, please sleep well. You've been pronouncing it wrong this entire time. I mean, the canon pronunciation is LCOLONQ, as described in the about section. But like, I say LCOLONQ because it makes me feel a little less silly. Yeah. People just look, and I think the. Yeah, Prod does have a very powerful title game. I think Prod really is kind of like the first derivative of this stream. Really is sort of taking things to the I don't know. Nice thumb bait. Hello, Vicente Dialankar. Hello. I'll change it to Delightful Smorgasboard Plus of the remix. Yeah, it would be the same, right? Hello, DaBaby1121. Hey, what's up? Can we? So, how do we do things with this? Do we know? So this is 11 years old. This is 11 years old. Tell me when it's ready. I'm starving over here. Is this implementing some kind of interface? Or is it inheriting? Is there some kind of OOP hell happening here? I don't actually know what is happening with this. Like we're implementing all these functions that appear to do something. Like, what is the entry point here? Where do we enter Python generator? Hax is based off ECMA script like 5 or something, right? Which is very Java-y. Yeah, perhaps. I don't know all the lore. We got helpers for open block close. Sure. We have indentation shenanigans. Do you use AI for coding? No, I haven't so far, at least, baby. I guess I'm not inherently against it, but the thing is, my goal is to have fun, not to be productive. If I really was like cooking or something, if I had to go fast and loose, I would probably maybe try and do something. But I'm not too sure it would make me faster yet, and also just like I don't know. If you had an account at /dot, your URL would be /dot.org/tilde. Yeah, it's like this. It'd be the most unreadable of all time. Emacs is the AI. Yeah, we mostly fuck around with Emacs. I wonder what this using Lambda situation is. That seems sort of dubious mixed in there. You probably don't want to get inflicted with the Copilot pause disease. Yeah. Hello, fighting annelids. Also, I feel like if I and free Kex. I'm sorry if I missed you. If I was trying to go really fast, the best thing you can do is not like use any of these tools. It's just to like get set up with a stack with like tools that you know. Like, stack is the wrong thing, right? Get set up with tools that you know well and that you know work, right? Like, don't fuck around with what's cool. Don't fuck around with what's interesting. Just dive right in. Just use the thing you're most comfortable with and just use it at length, and don't make interesting choices, right? That's the best thing for speed, I think, in general. Just don't do anything to distract yourself from, at least I Google a fuck ton to baby 11221. Yeah, of course, everyone does though. Do we know we have a bunch of things here. We have a pretty printer, we have a bunch of different things. We have presumably some runtime code, right? Yeah, for like how to compile an enum or whatever. Sure. Do we know, like, where is the actual thing? This is old also. This is old. The Python target was integrated into the Hax compiler. Sure. It might be nicer to use, is the Dart target updated? Like, is this approach still happening? HX, this is from 2013 also. Yeah, the Lua one may be better for us, but it was the link was dead, right? Can we find Hax Lua compiler? I'd also vote for Brazil. Yeah, real. Getting started with Hax Lua. Is this like is Lua now built in? Is Lua 3 months ago? HXVM Lua? Sure, thank you. Let's investigate. Embed Lua in your Hax app. Well, this seems different. This is like this is linking in Lua, right? I don't know if this is a hacks backend for Lua. Didn't read. Yeah, I just want to see if, like, basically I want to see if we want to be writing OCaml. Like, I mean, obviously the upstream way to do this would just be with OCaml, right? Do I have OCaml? I probably don't have any editor stuff. Well, it's fine. It's fine. We don't need it. We don't need a whole lot here, right? Like, I guess we could just go. What are we doing exactly? We're trying to figure out the best way to make a new hacks backend, given that I don't know hacks. OCaml sounds more fun too. Yeah. Like, what was that function called? It was called like hacks backend in hacks. It's called like it's for the JavaScript backend, right? Does that still exist? It's called set custom JS generator, right? Which is this still around? This is version 4. This is the current version, right? Available on macro and Neko, which is presumably the interpreter form, right? So we'd run this in the interpreter, change the default JS output. What is this? What class is this on? Where are we living here? Compiler, hacks.macro.compiler. Sure. How much time do you spend coding versus Googling in percentage terms? You mean like actually typing? Because the Googling is part of the coding, right? It's all the same experience, right? It's the same. Like, most of coding is like figuring it out, right? And then the actual typing part is relatively little, I would say, unless you're doing something that's very, very simple, right? Or you're insanely cracked. I would say probably it's close to 99% Googling, 1% typing, or something like this. Backend for ELIS, you can play Dead Cells in ELIS. Well, potentially. At least we want a backend for this, so we can maybe run the Fire Dancer thing to play with it a little bit. They say don't to use Google when doing exams. Well, and that makes sense to some degree, because an exam is typically like, you know, it's to test knowledge that you've learned before. Who knows if exams are actually the best mechanism for testing these things? They probably aren't, but like, it kind of would, you know, you can imagine exams that are structured in such a way that Google would defeat the point. But yeah, in the real world, you're using Google all the time. You're using the calculator you're using whatever you can get. Vim is so fast. Yeah, I mean, typing, like, again, the whole keyboard thing doesn't matter, right? How fast you could type 10 words per minute and it wouldn't meaningfully affect your. I have a poor memory, so that's why. Yes, I always preferred when they let you bring notes to exams, right? That's far better, right? When you can like bring a page of notes or something. That's but people would, when they limit it to a page, everyone writes with like tiny text, and they want to bring microscope. They want to bring magnifying glasses and things. Hello, G-Up. Welcome in. It's good to see you. Hope your stream went well earlier, G-Up. I was watching you play this. G-Up was playing this strange little game. Well, what is this called, G-Up? This British game? How goes stuff? It's going pretty well. We're learning a little bit about hacks. We're kind of experiencing the smorgasbord today, G-Up. We're trying to just like figure out a bunch of shit. Thank goodness you're here. This seems like it's maybe interesting to people here also. Thank goodness you're here, Steam. We could bring notes and books to calculus exam. Yeah. Like anything that's about like actual problem solving, like you shouldn't have to. Can we not do, please? It's like a little, it seems like a little puzzle thing almost, right? It's like almost like a little like adventure game, maybe is the way the game Panic follows. Aggressively British. It sort of has like the kind of ugliness to it, but I like the little smiles on things. Untitled Goose Game dev, if I recall correctly. Yeah, you like go around and you make mischief and things, and there's like various objectives and things like this. When should I learn design patterns? When you need them, if ever when you need them. Sorry for, please don't be sorry at all, the baby 11221. I mean, that's what we're here to talk. We're here to talk. Is Cole Supper the dev? The Good Time Garden. Did they do Goose Game? Did they do Goose Game also? The Gang of Four book is great. Yeah, I've never read it. I think a thing that like gets people who are getting into program, like there's no there's no one way to do it, right? And there are no rules, right? The only rules are provided by the machine, right? And the constraints of the problem that you're solving, right? There are no other rules about how you solve the problem. The only you have, like, right? You have some objective, right? You have something you need to accomplish, a little brighter, Malfin. And the only constraint is, like, how do I make the machine do this within acceptable parameters, right? Also defined by the problem. Like, there's no right or wrong way. And most of the constraints are social most of the time, right? The constraints are not like, oh, I need to use this language because it's fast or anything. The constraint is, I need to use this technology because people know about it. Generate.ml line 178. Is this oh, here's where we add the backend, right? And then we just have a bunch of, this might be good to do, I guess. Let's do some OCaml. Let's do some OCaml. Let's figure this shit out. How are we doing this? We probably want to clone hacks, right? Did we clone hacks already, actually? Or are we still living? He always does this. I'm always doing this. CD source, hell. How far did we progress? Well, we're at the point where we've decided we're going to write some OCaml potentially, attention span, in order to add. Well, we've kind of gone kind of far afield. I don't know when you left. I hope your shower was good. We have to learn OCaml so that we can write a ELIS backend for hacks. That's, well, yeah. You know, we got somewhere. What's the best way for us to do this thing? Let's just clone. ELIS to NecoVM would be better though. The other direction. Then you can output ELIS to PHP. I feel like running ELIS on other runtimes, it's sort of like I guess you can do it, but it's almost pointless, right? Because so much of like the ELIS stuff is like so tied in with Emacs, right? Like there are crazy like the concept of like buffer local variables, right? Like, what an insane but useful concept. I mean, both are pointless. I mean, sure, but like at least hacks to ELIS is like marginally useful in some capacity, right? How long have you been coding? Since like, I don't know, for forever, approximately. I don't know, most of the time for a long time would be a better tweet. I really don't know how to tweet good. Like, the thing is LG, regardless, I will end up tweeting. I'll tweet something like, I'll tweet something that has too many letters capitalized instead. Yeah, I don't know how to do it right. Can we like, okay, let's just fine. Can we do it like this, because we might potentially change the, well, we'll change the remote name. Let's just clone. Fine. You know what? Let's go here. Actually, let's just clone it here. Almost all my tweets are full caps. Hacks Foundation, hacks. Okay, we have hacks. How does hacks take 100 years to build? People quite a lot are, at least in my, I don't know. I mostly go on there to post funny little drawings that I do twice a week. That's really all we do. But like, I don't know. Have you done any professional programming? I have not been a professional software. I worked as a, I mean, I've done like little things, like I've like made websites for people, like done like little freelance work and stuff. Before I was an anime character, I worked at a research lab type situation, like a defense contractor type deal for like 5-ish years. And then I was like, this is not good. We need to become some kind of character on the web, and that's what we do now. But yeah, I'm definitely like more in tune with the academia type thing. I wasn't doing much programming either. It's mostly, yes, it's not like this at all. It's mostly other type things. Well, no. I don't want to talk about it too much. I don't want to. I don't want to talk about like my own identity. So we have a make file. We also have an earth file, which I'm not too sure what an earth file is. It seems to be some. Thank you. Thanks, just of course. Yeah. No worries. No worries. So yeah, I've been broadly in that world, but largely most of my programming has been as a hobbyist, right? And earthly ignore. What is Earth? Hello, Mr. Extremely. Also, I think we can just maybe we just ignore Earth for now. What does README tell us here? Installing hacks, building from source, extra building, building.md. We want to clone recursive. Several submodules. Are there actual recursive submodules, or can we just say git submodule updates inits? Recursive. Oh, there are recursive submodules, hard style. Earthly layer on top of Docker because we need more. Is this different from dev containers? Never ever uninstall and purge Python star. Is this are you creating on what system, Mr. Extremely? That could make a big difference probably. Okay, where's our building? Setting up OCaml. You need to set up an OCaml development environment. In addition, we make use of a number of OCaml libraries. We recommend using OPAM, which is an OCaml package manager that can also manage OCaml installations. The Hacks compiler requires OCaml version 4.02 or higher. Since some of the OCaml libraries Hacks depends on were uploaded in the OPAM2 format, you should use OPAM2.x instead of OPAM1. What if we just cheat? What if we just cheat like crazy? I have a proposition for you. I'll just study ML here. I have a little proposition for you gamers. They're already building hacks here. How are they like, do they have to like patch or anything, or is it straightforward? Right? We already have a way to get OCaml packages, the appropriate ones. What does the build step look like here? Provide a temporary hackslib path with symlinks. Sure. This doesn't seem that. No, there's a bunch. They're doing a bunch of symlinking. Sure. Like I wonder. Basically, like if we say nix develop, I don't want to say. Okay, if we just say make OCaml install hacks steps only. Sure. Like. Let's make a little. How many languages? Yeah, that's why we're doing this Talon 1024. We're trying to see if we can easily add a backend for eLisp. If I say nix develop nix packages hacks -c make, does that do what we need to do? That should install all the dependencies that hacks expects to exist. Whether they're in the correct place is another question. Hello, thank you for sub attention span. I hope you're doing well, attention span. I hope the job is treating you decently. I think I can my current employment saga also. I think I mentioned before that I went in last week. I was like, God damn, I'm quitting, and I just didn't do like any work on Saturday, and I like went into my meeting and was like, it's time to. I'm gonna tell this I'm quitting. All right, I'm leaving. And then he just like talked about interesting technical things for like an hour, and I got distracted, and then I did not bring it up again and became slightly more motivated to do things because it became interesting. So like it's like this terminal size. This does not seem like the correct alignment for this. Maybe there's a tab not being displayed properly or something. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Too interesting. Yeah. Hello, SiteSoul also. That's kind of fucked. Terminal size not found. Is terminal size being pulled in by this fucker though? Where's the source? Where's the source here? Are we not pulling in terminal underscore size? They can't. Yeah. It's like this. No one can hold you. I think just in general, like it's like. Yeah, I don't know. It's not the time for me to just rant about this, right? There's other things to do. There's other things to be doing. I guess we could just add. Is there a convenient way for us to override this to add an additional build input, right? Like that would be kind of good if we could do that somehow. It'd be really nice if we could just do it like this. I guess we could also just like, is there like an OCaml with packages? Is that the case? Like these are just going on to like OCaml dependencies are just going on to build inputs, right? Where does build inputs live? It's here, right? So like, what if we just make our own thing instead? Sure. Like, what if we copy hell nix I'm locked in ghost styling. Hello, Azrael IO. I hope it's going well for you. We have nix. We have this, right? Let's not have hacks any longer. What if we just have like packages dot? I mean, let's just get everything that we need, right? Packages dot OCaml. Well, maybe let's say OCaml packages equals packages dot OCaml ng dot OCaml packages for 14, something like that, right? We'll get the same version, and we can say packages dot OCaml, or rather, let's say O packages instead. O packages dot OCaml. A bunch of other things too. Findlib, sedlex, XML light, ptmap, camel p5, SHA, Dune 3, which is like the tool, I think, right? Love, xlib, right? Something like this. And then if I say nix develop path, yeah, Hax's compiler is OCaml. It's kind of interesting. It's what is this list of stuff? This is just like random OCaml dependencies that I'm grabbing out of the existing hacks OCaml situation. Source flake dot. What are you talking about? We're not. Oh, path nix, of course. The yeah, we're trying to build. We're trying to build. See if we can build hacks without having to do a bunch of OCaml nonsense. Is there a terminal size package just in here? Is that what we're missing? Do you exist? IP adder, not found. Can I just keep adding these until we can build the thing correctly? That feels like kind of sensible. It seems like it's doing it. Is it going? It's killing our BPM a little bit here. Let's kill for now and recover. Let's kill for now and recover, maybe. Is there a way to tell it to use less CPU cores? Can I, like, -J1? Does it respect this, or does it not respect this at all? Presumably, maybe it doesn't. Maybe it doesn't. We're getting close to the end, though. Am I actually dying actively? Hello, it's fine. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting. The worst is past. There's no embed. We don't have we need C files now. Now we just need normal C dependencies. Packages.zlib, packages.pcre2. I mean, these are the ones. They're also in this default.nix, right? You can see them if we can actually look at this in any kind of reasonable way. You can see that PCRE2, embeds TLS2, and security. I don't. Who knows? Can we just see? Can we see embeds TLS_2? Maybe that's sensible. Do the little dance. We have Neko tools, so we need packages.neko also, presumably. Try again. Hey, wow, built. Look how easy that is. Actually, Nick's saving our life for once. So we can build hacks, right? We can build hacks. We call that a boom situation. It's boom. Wait, okay. Speaking of boom. I'm discovering this world called "Thank You for $150,000 LG." I'm discovering, and also for Neko Arcade. Neko Arcade. The ModClonq keeps getting me to watch these Northern Lion videos where, like, is everyone like, okay, I'm sorry to do this. There's this thing Library mentioned. I didn't really know how much of a thing this was. I didn't really know how much of a thing that this was until very recently. What's going down with this library situation then? We have YouTube poop. We have this. We have Big Justice.
Cousin
Boom.
Angelo, what's that smell?
It's a piece of provolone.
Cousin Angelo, what's that smell?
Provolone.
What's this about?
What's that smell?
It's a piece of provolone.
Cousin Angelo, what?
Like, like, I hate the, yeah, cool. Like, obviously this is unfortunate, right? This is bad, right? But like, what I sort of am liking about this is that, like, there's a whole unpause. Okay, there's like a whole unit. They have logos. Look at their logos. Like, there's a logo for Ashley. There's a logo for cameraman. There's a logo for Sally Slices.
It's a piece of provolone.
Cousin Angelo, what's that smell?
There's Reed.
Provolone.
There's Reed.
Cousin Angelo, what's that smell?
Provolone.
Cousin Angelo, what's that smell?
There's Jersey Joe.
It's a piece of provolone.
The ones at the start kind of have better logos.
What is that?
Provolone.
Damn, Daniel.
Angelo, what's that smell?
Provolone.
Provolone.
Cousin Angelo, what's that smell?
It's a piece of provolone.
Like, now it's looping around. Like, Cousin Angelo has like a logo, like a Magic the Gathering set logo style. I bet it's provolone. Yeah, it's something like this, right? Like, I didn't realize that this was so, like, is this what it feels like to like I don't know. I'm trying to, like, the take is not like a simple, like, this is what it feels like to get old. I feel like I've been culturally left behind to some degree. Like, I feel like there's so much happening on TikTok now that is just almost incomprehensible. Some of those characters are just washed, but AJ, Big Justice, Rizzler, and Cousin Angelo are quite competitive. Yeah, I think, well, I mean, if you're assuming the premise of the whole thing in the first place, I think so. I mean, what the Sigma and Skibbity, that's at least sort of understandable to me. Like, I get funny words, right? I love saying Skibbity, you know, all these things, right? But, like, there's something about this that is very alien. I really don't, like, it's digital and it's virtual insanity, and we're going Jamiroquai on it. I think this is like having, like, this, like, large, presumably Italian American family who have like individual logos and things, and like this is, it's good. There's something good about it and also something bad about it in equal parts, I think. It's not even that, it doesn't even have like a valence like this. It's just so outside of my field of view that, like, Cognito I don't even know about that. I'm not going to make any sort of statement regarding its level of hazard, I guess. But, like, can I get a play on what is this? The comedy type, just very, yeah, it's very different from what Skip. Like, I understand this. Like, this is fine. I get this entirely. Okay, we got to turn this down a little bit. We can't. This is fine, right? Like, Skibbity Toilet is actually good. Like, it's not a problem. Like that's just like this is within the realm of things that I can understand, right? It's like, okay, Skibbity is a funny word, right? They made a funny YouTube poop thing with Source Filmmaker or whatever, right? Like, okay, this is understandable, right? The OG, yeah, the old Skibbity is good. I don't know what this nugget is, but this is a similarly, like, a sensible derivation of this, right? This is far more comprehensible to me culturally. Like, I have a far better cultural read on this, on the nugget activities, than on Italian guys with logos, right? Like, this is way further within the circle. Skibidi is weird. Yeah, that's been around forever, right? Cube Dude 47. It's understandable, right? And this is just like a silly video. Went from Turkey to US and the world, but at which point are you missing culture really if it's really only likely by some localized cohort of 12-year-old? Is this US wide, even global? I don't know. Like, it seems to me like the hates Italian Americans. I would never. I mean, I am from South Boston, but hello Rihanidi also. I think it's the kind of thing where like Skibidi is YouTube poop derived, and the Italian families are like Facebook core normie shit. Like it's just so outside of like any kind of experience I've ever had to like. Are people like that? Like hello ABC 123. Like I sort of imagine like are there like is like everyone like trying to do TikToks now? Like in the real, like I sort of exist outside of the real world. Thank you for the lurk, Octorinsky. Also, I'm kind of outside of the real world, right? Like I live in a deeply isolated zone, right? Where I basically talk only to ModClonq, who only talks about yaoi, right? I don't have like a good read on like what human beings are doing out there. Has it gotten this bad? Does every Italian American have their own logo now? They added TikToks to Twitter. Yeah, they have stories now, right? It's not correct to explain away any TikTok behavior. Yeah, there's something more to it, right? Friend yaoi would go. Friend exists as an abstract being. I guess I don't know. Not every idea. I know, like of course, like we're computer people here, right? We're kind of, but I mean like I don't know, like the populace at large. Like is this the case? Like is it? I don't know. It's sort of concerning. It's creating a vague concern within my heart that maybe I am the one who is. I've decided. What have you decided? Hell, and you will be the nugget. Wait, what? Excuse me. Excuse me. Is this the only people still on Facebook are ancient, but the Gen X and elder millennial parents are trying to be cool with their preteens on TikTok, and it's still, yeah, I mean, I get that feeling with it, right? I guess I just like, I don't imagine a world like that's hard to comprehend to me also, right? This world where like there are like these like parent-child TikTok things and like I don't something like I guess I just don't live in like, is this something that like I don't know. I really don't know at all. It's so outside of my own experience with my own like parents. Like if I was like I can imagine like if I was 12 now, if I was 15 now, and you know my parents were the age that they were when I was 15 now, and I suggested to them that we were to do some kind of TikTok video thing together where we had like some sort of synchronized outfit or something. They would look at me like I was an alien, right? They would look at me like I was a changeling child, like I had been spirited away by a wisp of the woods and replaced with some sort of fairy babe. Hello Yellowberry HN, thank you for the resub as well, friend. 8:8, huge. The corpo conceptual idea of having a brand has been so heavily democratized through modern applications that but like I want a logo now. I mean, that's really my takeaway from all of this, is that I need a logo. I need like a logo that looks like I was looking the other night, I was trying to find the ones like MTG set logos. Can we see this? Like I don't want like the badge, like the symbol. I want like the logo. Logo names. I got a nice cheesy logo. It was so worth it. Like I don't know if we can find them. Like you know what I mean though, right? Like what's a good one that's like what's a classic set? MTG Lorwyn logo. Something like this. Where's the logo? Not, yeah, like this. Like I need like this kind of logo. like I need like some kind of like stylized text sort of deal. You do have a logo. I mean, we do have a logo already, right? It already does exist. It's the It's the we have the must broke one, right? I guess I just need to start using that more, right? I don't even know if I can bring it up anywhere. It's just on the offline screen. We do have a logo, but like, damn, there's something about like this. Like, do I need to make? Okay, we gotta add this to the docket also. This is really good. Do Cousin Angelo Rizzler style YouTube shorts with existing Mustbroke logo. Yeah, Mustbroke already has a very nice thing. We're finally catching up. Wait, I'm learning the. It would be like understandable if there was no logo on the TikToks. Hello, I'm Geyser. Welcome in. Like if it was no logo, I'd be like, okay, this is just like a corny parent-child joke. But like they have like a brand, like the Rizzler and the Rizzler and Big Justice and whatever. They have a brand. They have like that's like you can buy Big Justice branded shoes or something now. You can buy a Big Justice beanie. You can buy Rizzler earmuffs, right, at the duty free store. It's like these are my heroes. Friend person, what's that smell? Friend, what's that smell? Can we say? I don't know if we're gonna get, and it's just gonna say something interesting. When can we buy Colonq merch? There will never be merch you can buy. I think I've decided on this, unless it's like something. There's like some really crazy opportunity. I want to. If there's gonna be merch, it will be either at most it will be like I feel like even collecting money to pay for shipping or something it's your nugget smell. Sorry guys. What is this? I think we'll do things that are like some kind of physical gizmo, but it will be like a DIY thing. We've discussed this before, right? Hello Geets, right? Like having something you can make it like a sew your own Fumo is the thing, right? At cost, yeah. I think even if I were to collect like do it at cost, right? I almost feel like the like we're you know we're it's not like it'd be something that would be for fun largely, right? And like even if it like is like minus $1,000 or something for me, like doing that is worth the not having to handle people paying, right? If that makes sense, right? Like I feel like the added overhead of dealing with payment processing and things like this like exceeds the level of, so like if anything we would just make it cost channel points, or because obviously if it's just like free, like people would just like, you know, people love doing free things, right? But if we had like merch, it would cost like, I don't know, 10k channel points or something like this, and we'd say ahead of time such that it was doable. We're working with hacks today. We are trying to add an ELIS backend to hacks because we have gone down some sort of rabbit hole now, Yellowberry HN. We have gotten hacks compiling now, and we're going to see perhaps if we can. We probably want to install some kind of editor support for OCaml, at least some level of, you know, something. I don't know, something we probably want, right? Because this is getting picked up as Lisp mode. Is there a built-in ML mode? There's MML mode, there's YAML mode, there's HTML mode, there's XML mode. I don't think we're quite gonna get there. Can we see Emacs OCaml? Compile at 595 BPM, says front of merch shirt. Yeah. Can we see editor? We can install I don't want to deal with an LSP or anything like this. I don't want to fuck with this. Maybe we do. We can see. There's user setup install. I don't want to deal with this. I want to know how to actually set it up. I don't want to deal with Merlin official documentation for Emacs. Hello Demonov also. We got Merlin. You still have an OPAM based version of Merlin. I don't want to do any of this. I don't want to have OPAM installed globally. I don't want to deal with any of this whatsoever. I don't have a .emacs file. I don't. Can I just get syntax highlighting? Can I just get it make the indentation work good and not have to manually indent everything? That's all I'm asking for. Let's fine. Emacs Merlin. Is there a repo that has some more sensible instructions for us here? This is shared for Emacs and Vim. LSP guy, perhaps. Is there just elisp code in here somewhere? Emacs. There is something, maybe. I don't know if it's going to require us to generate some code. Building and installing Merlin. What is OCaml? Is it like Object California ML? It's kind of like this, ProdZpod, I would say. It's the O does stand for object. I think the camel is because it's it's like an animal. It's like camel. Manual setup implements a minor mode that's supposed to be used on top. It's supposed to be used on top of Tuareg mode. Do we have Tuareg mode? We don't. What is Tuareg mode? Do we know about that? Tuareg is OCaml Emacs mode. And this lets you do various things. This seems like a more sensible Emacs package. You can install it via opam and follow instructions. Add init file. Okay, we load this. Okay. Can we okay, let's just clone this shit and add it to our load path and see what happens. I would normally install this with Nix, right? I would install Emacs packages.dat. The problem with that is we can't actually, that won't work with our running Emacs, right? At least we have to do shenanigans to make it work with our running Emacs. Like it won't live update. We could probably figure out how to make that happen, but it feels a little bit cagey. I don't know if I want to do that live. So it seems like a more winning path to getting something immediately is to just grab this and yeah, named after a brave decision to strictly enforce camel case variables. Is this real? How does OCaml help you compile to elisp? Because the Hax compiler is written in OCaml, Demonov. So we're going to be writing OCaml to make a new Hax backend to make a Hax compiler to elisp. That's at least the plan. And complicating this, of course, is the fact that I don't know Hax or OCaml. But we're going to maybe learn a little bit today. Can we clone this here? Like what do you actually want us to fucking do? What is your nature? What is your nature again? We want to install. We want to load path to get Tuareg site file. Is that real? Let's just load this. Let's just load. I feel like just adding this to our load path and then loading this thing. I don't. Yeah, sure. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. Okay. OCaml tough as steel forges code into a robust structure. No runtime rust here. Is this true? Let's go here. Let's make a new file for this. Let's say Colonq OCaml.el, and this is just to load the shit, right? This is just get the things that I need. Get what I need, please. OCaml.el ends here. What are we doing? We probably are use packaging this, and I think use package has a load path gizmo like this, right? And we can probably just say source this, right? I think this will go. I think this will maybe go. Can we run this? Does it go? Do we now have the thing? We do. Excellent. So now if we go to that ML file, GenCP, if we say Tuareg mode instead, we are now in OCaml style. And does our indentation follow some kind of sensible pattern now, right? It does. Excellent. This is all we need. If we open another one, does it actually set up the correct like file extension association? It does not. So I think we have to do, how do we do that? I never remember. There's also a use package thing for this. I'll probably just copy and paste one that we already have somewhere. OCaml.el. Where's our other language support? Is Forth doing this? No. Is Fennel doing this? No. Is Factor doing this? No. Is Closure doing this? I can just search for mode, I guess, in here. Yeah, mode. That seems like the correct thing to have. That's what I'm looking for. I think if I just say this, right, with the extension, that probably is. I don't care about it. We'll just leave it at the ML extension, right? We'll add this. Where's Tuareg? Where's ocaml.el? We're VW guys. Of course we indent ML. Hello, Stainless Steel 45. Also welcome in. Great to have you. Where did we get this from? Fuck. Purescripts.el. It's just this. It's just this. I just want to copy it because the escaping for. How does this not copy? What are you doing here? The escaping for regex in elisp is insane. Okay, run this. Now if we go to gencpp.ml, undo everything, kill gencpp.ml again. Auto loading. Oh, we have to say it's sure. The thing, of course. It's so hot here right now. I'm sorry to hear that, Stainless Steel 45. Oh, I did the wrong thing again, of course. Classic Tuareg modes. Yeah, there we go. Close this. gencpp.ml, open it again. Cool. Okay, so what does it take to write a fucking backend? Hello, Faye Channel as well. Thank you for bad at fish eating cereal. Pellets, indeed. What does it take? What does it cost for us to write a backend? LG linked earlier to the page that's actually calling all of these things, right? It's probably something like compiler.ml, right? Is it compiler.ml? Is that the one? Can I just search for gencpp? Generate.ml, yeah. Generate, is that here or is that, where do you live? What is your nature? Is it in compiler? It is generate.ml. Sure. Yes, you're right. You're right. CPP, where do you live? We have this com.platform thing, right? Presumably some here is where we live, right? So let's try and find where you're on the same wavelength, I guess. If we get grep CPP here, maybe something like this. Why is Git giving us a pager nowadays? That seems not ideal. What is com? It's typecore.com. Sure. Let's RG, let's not fuck around with this. Please help. Okay. Do we know where, what are we looking for? We're looking for the actual enum, like the definition of the thing. We're looking for the definition of the thing here. CrowdStrike incidents. That's a huge oopsie with CrowdStrike. Yes, perhaps. Okay, here's a bunch of generator stuff. Sure. Where is the actual thing that gives it to us? We have com.platform, we have type load function, wake up sheeple, apparently. These are just branching. Like, where's our thing that actually defines the type? We probably have to thread the whole thing through like argument parsing and stuff too, right? We gotta let's see if we can just get one that just prints nothing, right? Just emits nothing first and foremost, right? Common.ml. Presumably once we add the additional case, it'll warn us about everywhere that we need to actually update the thing. So maybe that'll give us some hot tips. Args, filters, sure. Compiler, globals, fine. I think most of these are just like matching on the case. Com.platform. Where do we what is com? I guess we can just find typecore. T context, like it'd be nice to know the types of these things. Like, can we search for typecore? Typecore. Where do you live? Where do you live? You're working with Haskell. Do you have any resources on learning category theory? I have some category theory stuff if you're interested. Note though that the Haskell category for the Haskell category theory projection is vastly overblown, right? You certainly do not need to know any of that stuff to do Haskell, and also it's like not even helpful, right? The only place where category theory is really used in Haskell is some library developers have used concepts from category theory to like come like as inspiration basically for some libraries. It's really not super useful like in any way, right? For actually like for the purpose of actually writing programs in Haskell. But if you're looking to learn category theory just for the sake of it, right? Or for math, or yeah, what the fuck is a comonad and why is it useful? Yeah, I mean, like learning like a category theory book probably won't even help you motivate that for purposes of Haskell, right? Like I mean, the thing that will help you for Haskell is probably blog posts about comonad and like reading code that uses this. The like if you want to learn category theory independently, there's a good book called Category Theory in Context from Emily Reel, and there's also a book from Benjamin Pierce called Basic Category Theory for Computer Scientists, I think is the book. It's a short little manual. Good reaction. Thank you. Yes. So these are the ones, right? Where is typecore? Where is typecore here? Do we know the nature of typecore? This is when we really want like go-to definition things, which is sort of tempting me to install the LSP because it will be easier to go to def than jumping all over the fucking place like we're doing now. But like, yeah. I wonder like what the deal is with this. Like I want to find the definition of this so I can find the type of its com, right? Such that I can find it's going to be a very innocuous line because it's probably just on a line on its own. I don't even know what data declarations look like in this. Who knows? Maybe we do try an LSP here a little bit. Is there no jump to definition? Not without the LSP. And we don't have the LSP. Maybe we try and set up the LSP. We can see Merlin. We can see Merlin, which just wants us to run Merlin mode on this thing. We just need to have merlin.el. Let's just get Merlin too, I guess. Sure. Can we go here? Source git clone this guy. Hello Phi Orb, also welcome in. If we have Merlin, like in Merlin there's an Emacs directory that has merlin.el in it. Let's go to ocaml.el here and see if that does something for us. If we say use package Merlin, load path source Merlin Emacs, does that do the trick? Maybe. And usually the thing we do is say something like defun colonq ocaml setup, right? And where are we doing that similarly here? Like where's Haskell setup? We'll do a bunch of shit, but really all we need to do here is say Merlin mode. And then probably want to say add hook Tuareg mode hook, which does exist, right? Yeah. Colonq ocaml setup. Cool. Okay. Do this. And then if we go back to gencpp.ml, do you do something sensible? Are you running Merlin mode now? Is Merlin, are we going Merlin style on their ass? Merlin mode disabled. Merlin mode enabled. So Merlin mode is on. We're going Merlin. Hello, Saswai. Thank you for the follow, friends. Sasawi. Can we go? How do we go Merlin style? How do we further go Merlin style? Emacs setup, sure. What does this offer us? Next steps. It's necessary to have a Merlin file unless your project is built using Dune. You need a .merlin area Emacs. I don't know what Merlin actually enables us to do here. Is there like a Merlin start? Merlin LSP? I don't know what Merlin locate. No such file or directory OCaml. Oh, okay, that makes sense. We probably need to install the thing. Probably doesn't have Merlin around. What if I just say packages.merlin? Maybe that does it for us. OCaml LSP is more fashionable than Merlin. It's better. It's better to have OCaml LSP. OCaml LSP. Is this the thing? Merlin should work out of the box with Tuareg. It should go. We'll see if it goes, right? The chances of it actually working out of the box are slim. This might be nicer if we can just use LSP mode. Maybe we just try that. Maybe we don't fuck around with Merlin anymore. I think that's maybe for the best. If we go back to let's go back to ocaml.el. Let's close this. Go to ocaml.el. Let's not run Merlin mode. Let's add this config section to here. Let's not do anything with Merlin anymore. Let's rerun this. Let's say if we go to our flake.nix again in hacks, if we say packages.ocaml opackages.ocaml lsp, maybe is that the appropriate thing? Nix develop dot ocaml. I don't know. No, there's no. Okay, sure. That failed to run, obviously. Nix develop path. No, wrong. Also path Nix. This is the one. What are we? We're missing OCaml. It's OCaml-LSP. Sure. Okay. Do we get this now? Okay, cool. This gives us OCaml LSP. Yes, it does. Okay. And then if we just say, let's go back to generate.ml, right? If I say, well, I mean, let's start with the basics. Let's start with the very basics. Can I manually run? If I say nvarc reload, can we manually run OCaml LSP? Not record chatter name. OCaml LSP. Can we manually run this, and does it give us anything interesting? Like if I say standard IO, it's like, is this like, I want to know what's happening here. Is this building a bunch of shit in the background, or does it like Haskell we have to rebuild, we have to build separately for LSP versus how does this work here? It seems to be fine. It seems to be going normal style. It's not complaining abruptly. If I open generate.ml, if I say Merlin, we don't want Merlin. No Merlin, please. If I say LSP, does it go? Import project hacks. Yes. Unable to find OCaml format RPC binary. Types on hover may not be well formatted. You need to install. Okay, we don't care about that. We don't. Wait, it just works? What the fuck? Excuse me? It just works? It doesn't take 100 years to run? Were we in the wrong the whole time? Was it our fault? I need to make the go-to def bindings. They even added a little OCaml icon to the file name. Yes. Like, Huh? Like the thing like this is, well, we'll see how it unfurls, I guess. But like so far at least, this is so much better than the Haskell experience. It's almost indescribable. Okay, let's make it automatically run. Let's also make it, let's do the standard bindings, like our mode specific bindings that we love so much to do. IDE OCaml IDE. A lot of this stuff is going to be the standard stuff. Execute code action, find definitions. We don't need these Haskell things. We can add more OCaml things if we want to. And we want to set this to contextual IDE. Contextual IDE. We also probably want to say xref prompt for identifier nil. Yeah. OCaml. Okay, this is all good. This is all good. And now if we go back to generate.ml, we close it. If we reopen generates.ml, the following servers support current file but do not have, so that's not, it's not launching because the nvar-c didn't run in time, right? We need to run this, and then we need to say LSP, and then we're there. Okay, this is good. Can I now say, if I go to CPP, can I say QI? We just go. Oh, we're so back. It actually that. Oh my God. This is actually shockingly good. The experience we're having here is shockingly not horrendous. This also. Do we need to say LSP explicitly here? Like, why are we not getting LSP'd? I don't know what's going on there. Maybe we already had this open somewhere. Anyway, this allows us to say some funny things, right? What if we just add a new platform here? If we just say, hey, there's a new platform. It's called eLisp. It's called no. What is this? There's some weird editing thing that's happening here. Anyway, we have eLisp now. If we say make use the semantic package anywhere, which a package for what? For Emacs. We're gonna get a lot of warnings about not matching cases in things, I think, which is good, honestly. Okay, this builds. Let's just say make to run it in here instead. We have a lot of warnings about not matching cases. I wish we can get errors for not matching cases. Like, where is the? Let's find the top level like CLI parsing, right? Like Emacs built-in. I don't use it. I think is that the one that like adds funny buttons to things, right? Is that semantic? I don't use it though. I might be thinking of something else. I might be thinking of hyper some. There's a bunch of I don't use a whole lot of things. Let's see. So if we just say hacks /hacks help, right? Like there's like these nice little, there's like cppia, there's -- python, right? If we get grep, or let's just say if we rg -- python, can I actually search for, can I grep for this string? Like does this do it for me? Like not like this, like this, yes. args.ml and source compiler, sure. So source compiler args.ml. Can we run LSP again? Sure. Where's -- python happening here? Okay, here we go. This just calls set platform com, and that's the same platform deal that we care about, right? I think. And then what if we just add one of these? eLisp, set platform com eLisp dir, generate Emacs Lisp code into target file. And we make the thing. It's going to tell us a lot of warnings for pattern matches not being exhaustive. And now if we run /hacks help, perhaps we will see something interesting. We will see elists. Wow, cool. Generate. So where does this crash, right? Where does the thing crash? If we were to, let's also make sure, let's have our test. How do we want to do this? How do we want to do, I think what we'll do is let's rm // hell /.nvarc. Let's go to bin. Let's link source hacks here just so we have it, so we can just say hacks and it runs our hacks, right? That has our elisp thing. Let's go into our little, where's our little hacks file? Where's our hx main.hx here, right? If we go back to hell here, if we say hacks here, it should be the right version now, right? Maybe we need to say nvarc reload and it will load. Let's just close this then. Like if we say hacks now, yeah, we have the elisp option. If we say hacks here, if we say -- elisp, then needs an argument, and we say foo.yell. Yeah, we'll see. Now we'll get the error, right? Now we can sort of guide ourselves based on errors, right? Because we know, okay, well, this is failing because there's no match for this pattern in globals.ml. Mickey Noon, welcome in. It's good to see you, friend. Hello. We're here. We're Mickey Noon. We're doing something. We're letting the winds take us where they will today. We're gliding on the open winds. We had we've been inspired to go by LG hacks activities. So we're writing some OCaml to add a new hacks backend. Like Link is Zelda allegedly. I don't know. Maybe sort of like that. I had to ModClonq. We had to talk about what Zelda 2 was yesterday. It was a whole thing. I shout out Yellowberry HN also. Yellowberry HN. There we go. In, yeah, we're locked in. How are you doing, Mickey Noon? I hope things are going well for you. Can we get? We have a lot of different files to juggle here, but I think we're gonna get there. Basically, what this is going to be is just, I appreciate it, of course. Yellowberry did like an insane. I lurked for most of your Waka stream. That was fucking wild. I'm glad it all worked out mostly, right? The setup for that must have been kind of intense. I can't even imagine. This is line 91 probably of globals, right? Where we actually have a name. Of platform name, right? Let's just always go right after Python. We'll say elisp equals, like we're even getting a warning here that it's not exhaustive, right? Let's just say it's elisp, right? Can we go to the next warning actually? Is there, well, anyway, if we get a shell here, for hacks, right? If we make here, right? It builds pretty quick. Builds quite fast. It's not that horrendous. It has to do like almost a full rebuild because I assume this is pretty far down in the dependency tree. But like it's broadly going. And now we'll get slightly farther, right? If we run this now, we've had our match fail in another spot in context common.ml, right? What is context common.ml? Well, I need to improve it. The setup is absolutely hell. I got home, I'm mixing sound and looking for a soundtrack today. Hell yeah. You love to see it. This is 583. It's here. It's get config. What do these config things do? There's some kind of infrastructure for this, right? There's some kind of like, I don't know. Like there's some sort of there's some sort of configuration situation here, right? I think we're just going to say the default config, right, for now, and until we know what these things actually mean. Hello, Acid Kill now. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Like, what if we were to just say default config? Hello, Fizzbuzz, also welcome in. It's good to see you both. Like, you know, like what if we were just to go like elisp, its default config. Does that go? I don't know why it's making an extra G there sometimes. That's a little bit scary. Can we rebuild this thing? We'll see how much stress this constant rebuilding puts on our machine, because it does seem to be somewhat intense. It is somewhat intense. We'll see if we can hold up under this immense pressure. Is the meat the stinky fish today? We're going Sir Stroming style? I don't know, Mickey Noon. We're kind of doing smorgasbord was the intention, right? But I feel like we sort of immediately locked in on the stinkiest possible fish, and we're like, okay, instead of sampling from the whole board, the BORD, if you will, we're just gonna lock in. We're going full fish, full fish. Extreme Joel activities. Hello, Coos also. Welcome in, Coos. Do we have the thing? If we run this now, pattern matching failed, line 91 on in compiler.ml. Where is that? Compiler.ml. Line 91. Let's go down here. com.platform. Do we know what this means? Is this file extension? This is file extension, I think. This is trying to determine file extension situation. I think that's the case, or some kind of other such thing. Are you winning, son? I think we're actually fucking achieving complete victory. Maybe it's not file extension. Maybe this is some kind of standard library definition deal. I don't know, actually. I don't know what this does in initialize target. We're just gonna make it do what all the other ones seem to do, and some of them seem vaguely file extension flavored. So we're gonna make ours vaguely file extension flavored as well. We're gonna say add std elisp el. Sure, right? That seems fine. I mean, we could just read the exhaustive list of places where we need to update here, and that could save us some recompilation time, probably. If we go to common.ml in context, are you winning, Dad? I think so. Hello, freedroll _. Does BotClonq have a random chance of sending? Whenever I say Joel, it posts either Joel or randomly evil Joel. I think it's 50-50, actually. Common.ml 528. Let's go here. Short platform name. Okay, here we go. This is something that also is vaguely extension flavored. This is EL. It's whisper shit. Very cool. Yes, it's like this. It's transcription style. Okay, this is also complaining about the elisp case. Sure. Macro API.ml in source macro. Why would it send a different emote? Because it's also floor. It's just fun to do one or the other fish, I think. I don't know why I have this sort of childish fixation on battles between light and darkness, between good and evil, or something like this. I can't conceptualize a world that is not completely dual. I don't know. We have a dual nature. We need to have some kind of, I can't think about fish without thinking about like some sort of cosmic battle. What's your main professional language? These days, Emacs Lisp, baby. Historically, Haskell. Okay, another thing. This is encode platform. It seems like there's some sort of encoding for platforms. So clearly this is they want some sort of number, and then, yeah, this is going to be hell. So what if we just say it's 12? Ours is just going to be 12. We're just going to take the 11. We're just going to go 12. And not worry about it. And maybe in the future we'll have to care about 12. But for now, we shall not. Exceptions.ml in filters also. Hello, Vosher1025 too. Hi. Love having a button to dissolve the streamer, TBH. It's as good as it gets, I think, honestly. Shout out to Vosher also. Who is doing some cool stuff all the time these days. Do we know exceptions.ml 501? Start LSP, please. It's shocking to me that the LSP actually works. This is a revelation for me. Thank you for the gift sub to Crazy Kitty Numbers Form, also Mickey Noon, and also 37 LN37. Welcome in. It's good to see you. Wait, do I have the thing available? Is it somewhere that I can easily reach it? Where is thing? Where is thing? 37 drew a picture of me, and it's fucking insane style. It's actually, my goodness, I'm on a large delay. I sort of I maybe took a maybe the delay is on my end also. That's very possible. Do we know where is the image? 37. Do you have a link to the tweet if you don't mind? It's hard for me to find tweets because I'm not logged in on here. I would love to pull it up if you have it. This is it's so 37 is just so they are insanely cracked. They are insanely cracked to a degree that is like, can we do the thing? 37 LN 37. I have to wait 48 more what the fuck. Okay, let's go on X. We gotta hop on X, the everything app. Let's see what's going on over here. Do we have something good? We have many X's appearing. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. It's the character. It's the puppet. It's the puppet, and you can see so many. There's so many things in it, right? There's like this wire halo. There's Joel. Joel is over here, right? There's like a tape, right? Like a VHS tape, and like the hello HLIYD also. This old key. It's so good. It's so good actually. It's very remarkable. I'm such a fan. Thank you so much, friend. There's Wired too. Yeah, we're wired in. This is lore now. I'm gonna drop funny link too. If it's added, it's added. It's a Joel form. No, thank you so much again. When we rated in from prod and you were drawing it, I was like, wait. It's yeah. Okay, can we add this Crazy Kitty Joel also? Yeah, we'll get that loaded up. What we're doing today, if you're just arriving, is we're trying to. There's this language called hacks, right? It's sort of a language that's been used for a lot of things. Its purpose is that it has many compilation targets, right? Like hacks builds to a lot of different systems, right? You can build it to Java, you can build it to Python, like and some commercial games have been written using it. Like Dead Cells, I think, uses hacks. So we're trying to make a hacks. We're trying to see how hard it is to make a hacks backend. So we're trying to make a hacks backend that targets Emacs Lisp. Like, you know, as we do. Of course, what else would we do with our life? Okay, here's the thing. Here's a platform matching gizmo. This seems to be implement for all targets. I don't know what this actually. Why don't we just add ourselves to this list? Just it seems to be they all seem to be on here. So like, why? Maybe there's a different case. There's just a stub for other targets. This transforms throw and try catch expressions to have temporary variables or something. I guess we're just gonna fuck it. We ball. We'll put elisp on here just in case. Just because we're elisp target. That's the idea of first principles, just for funsies, because it seems exciting, and the elisp is what we use all the time anyway. So like, why not? And elisp is a capable enough language, right? So like, you know, what's stopping us? But no, 37 is the person. It's got my attention. Yeah, we'll see how good it is, right? Because again, I know neither hacks nor OCaml, so like it's gonna be fun potentially. Okay, now we look at generate. Generate.ml is the one that maybe has the business here for us, right? 170. Here's the one, right here. We want to say genelisp.generate. What are you farming? I don't know what I'm farming, honestly. Nothing good. Gen-el, generate el. I don't know. I guess we'll just say elisp here, or el, something like this. Can we make that file then? Is that also possible for us to do? Like, where is GenPy used anywhere that, like, where are they? Where are the generators? What does GenPy look like? It looks like this. It has all kinds of shit, but I mean, at its core, where's GenPy? It just has a generate function. Where does generate live? It just looks like generator.run com. And what is generator. Where does this live? If we launch LSP here, where do you live? And what do you return? More importantly, what is generate's type? It's context unit. Okay, sure. If we make gen.el.ml, and we have let generate com equals unit, we say LSP here. Does that try calling Dune build, no config file found? Maybe we need to make first, I guess. Let's make now, maybe. Unbound value unit. Okay, that's gonna cause us a problem, I guess. Me talking to my little programs. Where do you live? Yeah, me every day. I talk to them like they're people, like they're my friends, because they are. That's the trick to it. Because they are. How do we get unit? Okay. Does this work now? Okay. Do you unbound value unit? How do I get? Is it called this instead? Are you called this? Maybe. Yeah, you are. Okay, cool. Thank you. That's nice of you. Does this build? Does it build? It does build. Now if we run this again, maybe some of our patterns now match. We have please don't add hacks std to your class path. Instead set hacks std path and var. That's not ideal, I would say. Why is that happening? Does it still run if we say interp? It does. So for some reason it's triggering this error where we have please don't add hacks std to your class path. This is in the standard library, right? This is where this lives. What causes this error to occur? If we look source hacks std.hx, this is line 23. Oh, here it must be. Here it is. So there's some kind of if-def thing happening here, clearly, right? Saying like core, if not core API or cross or custom target or eval. Where do those things get defined? What's the deal? What's the deal with this? Perhaps we should be using the custom target functionality here. That seems like maybe that's something we could have looked up upon seeing it, but this seems kind of fun, right? I wonder where like core API comes from. Interesting. Can we try and find that? If I say git grep core API, again, fuck git grep fucking us. Core API. Oh, well, there is this. Do we know? Yeah, man, we all zooted here. All right, yeah, it's true. Hello, Ikatono. Welcome in. Great to see you, friend. Oh, here in macro context.ml we have we have gcore API equals this thing. We have in that config thing, are they setting the core API somehow? Is that true? In display types, there's check core API. Like, really, the question is, like, does this happen if we say Python? If we say Python foo.py, it just works, right? The thing just fucking goes. No, don't do LSP. We get our Python file. So what happens in the Python configuration that means we can get a core API, right? Like, that is and remains the question. Feeds friend Seinfeld. How do I eat a whole TV show? Very carefully, I think. That was horrible. We got to stop with the millennial jokes. Something that's been living in my head. Something that's been living. I realize I say things ironically sometimes. I say them as a joke. I say them to be funny. But like, I think it just comes across sometimes as just me being a silly guy, right? Like, it comes across as I think Prod said this a while back, where I was saying like X much. I was saying like X much and Y much. Like I was on a kick where I was saying that. I thought that was really funny to say. And I realized there's no difference between me saying like my own freak intentions don't really like they don't really modify the thing that much, right? I'm still saying like these old things. Let me oscilloscope. I need to learn how to use it. What is oscilloscope? We have this is loading core API. No irony can shield you from becoming the devil. Yeah, it's very well known actually. Source, oh, it's an oscilloscope. Oh, I see. I thought it was. I kind of had. I was hoping it was something that was like cool, like a kaleidoscope or something. What does this is loading core API thing come from? Does Python occur here somewhere? Platform specific file extensions are not allowed for loading core API types. I see. Oscilloscopes are cool. Like, what is causing this to not happen? Let's just, if we just search everywhere that Python is used, we can maybe find some interesting information, because that's not as many as CPP, right? It's relatively few. Define.json we don't really care about probably. Native iterable, sure, we don't care about a lot of the hacks files, I imagine. Because hopefully those are controlled through a different mechanism. Like there are like platform specific standard libraries. There's pre-build, sure. There's, what does pre-build do? That's kind of interesting. It's actually tangentially related to the color I had you pick a while back. I see. It's indeed cool how, okay, they are cool. I was thinking like kaleidoscopes. I don't know. Like who can say? This is as platforms JS string is this parsing some JSON to like, what is this doing? This is generating some stuff here. I don't know what the deal is with pre-build here, gamers. That seems kind of scary. I guess let's add our thing just because we add our thing everywhere where there's a thing, right? Elisp. Does Python occur anywhere else in this? No. Okay, that's fine. Can we go to analyzer t expert in optimization? Optimization analyzer t expert.ml. Python handles unops. Handles this is unary operators, I guess. Assignment operator. I assume we don't handle any of this. So like let's just say it's false. Let's just say this shit's false. Oscilloscopes definitely have a cool factor, especially for the visually inclined among us. My friend is French and says Python with his accent. I can't help say it the same sense. I see. Not false. Yes. Can we say, I'm just gonna put Python. I'm putting Elisp in the same category as Lua and Python everywhere, just for convenience, just for convenience's sake. So we know we're being slightly exhaustive. Type load module. There's this Python import thing. That's probably the FFI stuff. Maybe I can add trals to my vocabulary now. Trals is my fave. It's pretty good, right? I mean, what is this? This is getting into constructive logic, right? This is getting into law of the excluded middle type things. Hello, the ugly dev. Yes, this is OCaml, and hello, tilted over. We did make it to the weekend. It's fucking time. I'm trying to learn both OCaml and hacks so that I can use OCaml to write a new hacks backend for Elisp today, because we decided that we wanted to live in hell. Do we know? Okay, we have it in exceptions. Run ci.hx in tests. I don't care about this. We have it in args. Generate.ml. We have also optimization DCE. Sure, let's just ignore this. Compiler.ml. Where's the one with the options that were set? 146 go. We're just saying add std this. I don't know. Like we don't know enough. We're mostly just like going around and just like hacking this shit together. I was raised among the scopes. Dad told me I had an at-home lab when I was growing up and hoarded old tech scopes. That's fucking sick, actually. That's a solid backstory right there. Are there any more places where we care about this? Core, globals.ml, Python. Here we probably care. Oh yeah, we care in platforms, right? We care there. We probably care here too. Elisp. That's probably what we care about. I'm about to order 20 chicken wings and watch season 1 of 24. Is 24, is that cops or hospitals? Is that one cops or is it hospitals? It's cops. Okay, I see. They're always either cops or they're hospitals, I think, is the way with these shows. Oh, here's the config, right? PF static is false. Like, we probably want to say some of these things, right? Exceptions, scoping. I mean, we have all these configuration options here. I mean, let's just leave it for now. I don't think that's what's causing our problem here. Like, let's rebuild. It's pre 9/11, which makes it even better. Like, is this like as most things are, apparently. I don't know. I'm in the zone where I'm too young for these comparisons. I think a SpongeBob fungus exists. That's like totally rad and squishy science. Allegedly, we have mushroom sponge pants. That's pretty good. That's pretty solid, I would say. Please don't add hacks. Okay, we're getting the same error again. What causes this fuck to be set? They're still playing PS1 games when they cut away to high school stoners. Oh my god. Oh yeah, they cut away. They're playing fucking Final Fantasy VII. They're playing Vagrant Story. They're playing like the most obscure JRPGs ever imported. Right? They do a cut to stoners on 24. They're playing like some shit that still doesn't have a fan translation in the original Japanese. They have their Japanese English dictionary out on the table. It's just not commented on the show. If you want to learn the history of oscilloscopes, Tektronix, this is a great little half hour of public broadcasting. Thank you. I will open this in the save zone also. The typical 24 plot line. There's a thing. What is the console that uses a vector display? Is it? It's not Vectroid. That's the Twitch streamer. What is the vector display video game console? The Vectrex. The Vectrex is the one. Yeah, this guy here. Yeah, this little bastard. This is I think someone brought this up to me. Maybe it was Hexa Digital who brought it up. I think there are like some retro achievements deals for this thing. Either way, very, very cool. Very, very cool thing. Like an interesting model of thing. Yeah, they used to call this. Do people know what I mean if I say ninja'd? Is that within the public consciousness still, or was that only a very particular place and time? Like, I feel like the concept of getting ninja'd, like you made the posts at the same time as another person, like you were posting and you didn't reload the page first, and someone else posted the same thing, and then you've ninja'd them. Is that something that's a real thing? Yeah. Okay. Cool. It's an old code, but it checks out. Okay. Good. Okay. Good. We're all 40 here. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. We're good then. Why do we not have this? I wonder. Maybe there are language specific standard libraries that attempt to be loaded that might have to define this variable beforehand. Maybe that's something that happens. Maybe, like, where might that be? There's source JSON defined. Like, does Python occur? That's not relevant, I think. An STD. Oh, there is. So there is for each one of these. Thank you for the boost voucher 1025. It probably is. There probably is something that tries to. Like, I wonder if there's like a main in here that tries to get loaded, right? I think we would think it would complain first, right? Like, there's a bunch of language specific libs. I just wonder if one is defining this core path thing, right? Can we grep that again? Like, if this core API ideally, does that live somewhere? Oh no, only in atomic. It makes me think it must be like getting set in the interpreter level, right? Like it's some kind of like global configuration variable thing. Classpaths.ml seems like maybe it's promising. Yeah, let's look there. Classpaths.ml, right? Does the string Python occur in here anywhere at all? Like where is this core API thing? I think I gotta get water before we continue. Let's continue in 30 seconds. We will reconvene. Let's make sure to stretch and move. Let's move our forms a little bit. Let's get form movement. I'll BRB. Wiggle movement. Okay, I'll see you soon. My mouse is double clicking, so I keep unmuting myself. Hello.